You don't want... No, who's... You good?
There's a ping pong table in the garage.
No one that comes to this house ever will beat me.
I'll beat you.
Well, welcome to the Learning
Yes, I will.
podcast.
I will beat you.
But you won't, though.
All right.
So when are you coming back?
I leave at 4 a.m. tomorrow morning.
So like I said, you won't beat me.
Because the game won't happen.
Hold on a second.
Well, maybe you should go play right now.
Everyone just shut the fuck up for a second. Welcome to the Learning to Lose podcast, where we start the podcast right in the middle of a conversation. We have Skinny Vinny and
Khyler Vick.
Khyler Vick.
Tyler or Kyler? What did you say?
It's Khyler.
Schaefer, dude.
No.
Just keep your mouth about.
Yo. Is this mic on?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just can't tell.
Now can you hear it?
Yo.
Okay, so Khyler and these guys are kind of like the new jackass guys. They do crazy shit on the internet. I just recently saw him like riding a bike off a. Will you just show him, bro?
My ramp slam?
Show him fucking
the one on the skateboard?
Anything, bro. It's like it's insane.
This clip I'm about to show you right now, I posted it before I got on the airplane from Corpus Christi, Texas to LA. It's like a 4-hour flight. Posted it before I got on the plane. I landed. It hit World Star, Thrasher, and right now it's at a total of almost 10 million views.
Yeah, that's
How old is it?
That's these crazy stunt videos go hard. But the point is that he's sober.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you have
3 years. February 10th.
And Kyler's also sober.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And I recently, I have burn blisters underneath my butt cheeks and on my ball sack and my gooch right now.
Let me see.
Did you get hurt?
That I hit so hard that it knocked my nipple rings off.
Ooh. Did it rip your nipple?
My nipples were fine.
Oh.
But
How?
but yeah.
Jeez, you gotta be
So
careful.
on all platforms and all pages, this is close to 10 million views.
Oh yeah, that's the one. Yeah, this is the one.
Slam heard across the world.
Yeah.
I remember that being so violent and like shocking. I thought you were gonna make it,
dude.
The whole time I was watching you, because I was there when that happened. I thought he was good. Then out of nowhere, right before, slams his whole chest and body just hits the edge of the ramp and front flips into this pond. And I remember I was one of the first people that jumped into the water to make sure you were okay, that you weren't just gonna sink.
This was filmed. Like 4 or 5 months ago now, for a show called Send It City. And the second that I hit the water, I knew it was going to be a banger clip. I just fucking knew it, you know? And I've been holding on to it. I haven't been allowed to post it, and the episode finally came out last week. So I was like, yes, dude, it's time.
So we just finished our Sermon on the Mount meeting, and they both attended. And Vinny has just graduated, or did you graduate?
I graduated
from a sober living.
I graduated after 10 months. I was there for a total of almost 3 years. And,
wow! Wait, what do you mean? I don't understand.
So I got there February of 2018. After 9 months sober, they hired me. Started off driving, then house manager. And then the last year of it, I was the director of operations. And I was a living the whole time. I was living in the fucking garage. Just, living manager, no rent, but just constantly surrounded by it. And towards the end, it got I was burnt out. Really, really burnt out of AA, the whole treatment world. And December 7th of 2020, I was just like, dude, I've had enough. And I was blessed with an opportunity, and I have these ideas in my head that I just need to get out, like big ideas. So I packed up all my shit and left, man. And I've been on the road since.
What do you mean on the road? Why are you on the road?
So I left LA. I started in LA, went to Phoenix, Corpus Christi, Texas, San Antonio, Dallas, Orlando. Virginia, Philly, Connecticut, Philly. Then we went to Travis Pastrana's. We went to BAM's. And it's just been a constant filming. It's like been a tour, just filming.
How's
constant.
BAM?
Tour that you decided to make?
Yeah, I decided to make. I know.
So you two traveled together? Or is...
He met me in Florida. So I drove from LA, made it to Florida, and he was already there.
Met up with him in Florida. I didn't just meet him barely.
Yeah.
And also,
You guys
to answer your question, Bam. You should be living here, bro. He needs help.
Yeah.
Desperately.
It's public, so we like. I'm not.
I think we
afraid
could
to talk about it.
talk
I
about
know.
Yeah.
No, I want to get him here.
He needs
Seriously.
it.
It's the kind of
Bam, I love you,
structure.
but you need it, dude.
So
Well,
you-
that's actually, sorry to cut you off, Billy, but just real quick.
damn it.
That's one of the things that I want to have, like, a place that's attractive to people like that.
Yeah.
Like artists, musicians,
Yeah.
people that are active on social media. They see me, they see what we're doing, and it's like, look, if you really want to change, you can come here. It's not
Yeah.
going to be easy, but it's like dope.
Yeah.
But it's hard.
With someone like Bam, it's such a hard case.
I know.
So fucking hard.
I know. Well, because it's all about humility.
All about humility.
And how are you going to have humility when you're Bam Margera?
I know, dude.
But and nobody, you can't speak to someone like that unless you know that.
Yeah.
So, like, I know it.
Yeah.
Mikey's drummer of the Shiny Toy Guns. Like, he knows that. We understand, like, I mean, we understand that. And the more people we can attract that can speak from a place of experience to someone like Bam, the better.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's going to be. It's God's plan. What were you going to say?
You know, I'm always just curious about who's sitting in front of me. So you guys knew each other, and then you met up in Florida. Why are you together? What do you do? What's all this about?
Yeah. So,
and your name, I didn't catch your name when you said it.
Because for some reason when I got here, I told Vinny that I was almost named Schaefer. My name's Khyler, and this whole
Khyler.
time he's been interrupting, joking
Okay,
about
it's
it.
Khyler
Yeah,
with a K.
Yeah. And that's even harder because, like, every time I introduce myself to somebody, they think I say Tyler my whole
Yeah,
life.
I've never heard that name ever
Yeah.
in my whole life.
It's like a Utah thing, trying to be unique. My parents trying to. Yeah.
Cool. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Billy.
So, I've known Khyler for 2.5 years
Since
now.
like the summer
Almost
of
3 years.
2018.
Yeah, almost 3 years. And I met him through a mutual friend, Zach S. And that's who I met when I first got to the Sober Living that I just left. And they had their show on MTV, Too Stupid to Die, mostly stunts and skits and stuff like that. And me and Zach got along
Wait a
really
minute.
well.
There's MTV still?
Barely. Like, it was the show that nobody watched. We had one season, 8 episodes.
But when you were, like, in the process of, like, signing to do the show, you were, like, stoked.
Oh, fuck yeah. I mean, it's MTV.
But then
Like-
then after now, you're like,
Hindsight, I wish it was Netflix or Hulu.
Yeah.
Nobody has TV in their house anymore like that.
Wickham, will you show them the trailer that you made?
Didn't you guys get offers for Netflix?
No, we tried to offer them. Like, we
okay.
tried to reach out. Nobody really wanted the show. I just think too many people think Jackass is like the only ones that can do that sort of thing. We're
Yeah.
always compared to you guys will just be, you're just wannabes, you know,
Yeah. I mean, look, CKY is where it started, right?
Yeah.
Actually,
well, Big Brother.
I was just going to say that.
Big Brother
I
is
have
where
the
it really
shit,
started.
The book.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, like that way of living has inspired everything I'm doing.
Yeah.
So
It's-
if I look at that and I apply it to recovery, this is what you get.
Yeah, which is amazing, and I think that's why that gravitated towards me.
Yeah,
towards
but
you.
it's also like super scary because you're dealing with something that's like sort of sacred, and you're dealing with people's lives. You're dealing with parents. I just had a family group on Saturday with 3 of the clients' parents present, and I'm the person they're looking at.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need support. We need structure. I don't know, man. We're just like out in the middle of the ocean and there's no map.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just like, okay, I'm grabbing onto the big book, and I'm grabbing onto the structure that I learned from a super structured sober living that I went to, and that Prosser went to, and that Michaelis went to, and Jason Schneidman, some of the guys that have been helping me, like dope dudes that like you hopefully will have a chance to meet one day if you do Thursday group. All right, here, I just want you guys to check this out real quick. Wickham's in the middle of spending money on my card, and I just want to show you guys this, just so you can get an idea what we're trying to do. Take off your headphones. I'm just showing them the trailer.
For the movie, or what? What is this for?
This is the trailer for like season 2, or once we open the house. All we've put out so far is a pilot. But this is kind of like the beginning of the Graceland structured sober living. You want to watch? Have you seen it? You're in it.
Are you
Just watch this, bro.
able to use this song?
Just watch it.
You're trying to direct life. No, I mean, that's why it's resonating with so many people, because there's really not ever been anything like this before. I just love all of you, and I don't know.
You want me to be sober, and you want me to do good.
You are doing good, and you are sober, and like so am I, and like I'm feeling a really heavy weight. Like, and so are you. We're gonna do some step work, and we're gonna get through this.
You're not sober 15 years, so that's bullshit.
She's crying to me at night. What have you done? You've gotten us into just all the end of the world apocalypse.
I was only crying. I'm so sad for him.
Do you even know why I'm traumatized? No, because all you think about is your fucking self.
No fucking problem. You fucked with the wrong fucking woman. Fuck.
You want to play fucking stupid, illogical hardball, then fuck you, bitch! You want a fucking war?
We can't use our trauma to justify our selfish behavior. It's a dangerous game to play.
People are like, they're like clawing at like all this fake shit.
Don't you think it's weird as like a member of AA you're saying I was high, like on fucking Instagram?
I just took like 4 of these CBD drops because I just want to feel something. I just want to feel different. I just want to feel high.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm changing sponsors. Yeah, but your sponsor, microdosing mushrooms, is a relapse.
This is the kind of guy you don't want to have around. The guy that's, when the going gets tough, he goes, where's the door?
I think he's bipolar. I don't know if he's like taking medicine or not.
Now we're talking about like the real shit.
That's the best yet, as far as
I love
It's
that.
getting there, bro.
Yeah.
That makes me really want to watch it. Like,
It's getting there.
Bro, I fuck with that.
Yeah,
Except there's a
That's
lot of...
that's amazing.
Yeah, Wickham, did you get some footage of them tonight?
I really like.
Did you get
that,
any like
dude.
good footage of them?
No. You want me to right now?
Yeah, let's get some like Netflix quality shit. So he's filming with his 6K Blackmagic. I have a Red at my house, and we have this drone here, the Inspire 2, and I have a production company. Like Ridge Production, like we were shooting Coachella and Agenda, and right before I opened this, we had a show called Chaos Behind the Camera. We were trying to get made about like our crazy jackass camera crew, like filming Agenda and Complex Con, like me like behind Little Yachty, like talking shit. Did you hear about the whole Sheck West thing that we did?
I don't think so.
Like we did a music video for Sheck West. He didn't pay us, so we made a parody about the video with all the footage, and it got to the front page of Reddit, and it hit like 2 million on YouTube the next day. And it was like, you'll never work in this industry again. It was just like crazy. No production company would ever shit on a rapper like that who's signed to Kanye and Travis. Yeah. But I was like, I don't give a fuck, dude. Like, this fool didn't pay us. We went over and above for the music video. And so it's been a long, bumpy ride. But since quarantine, it was like, well, let's just lean into, you know, the relationship between me and my wife and sobriety, and we're trying to open this sober living. I didn't think it would ever happen, but here we are. This guy's lost his whole life fell apart in front of the camera, and Wickham and Rudy came back into my life. We opened the Sober Living. This guy, Prosser, this guy who was here tonight, Derek, I don't know if you met him, but he was going over the structure.
Mm-hmm.
He was shooting heroin on camera, and then he went to Liberty House, and now here we are 10 months later. He's out of Liberty House, helping us grow this house based on the structure he learned there. It's all been documented. It's all happening in front of my eyes and in front of the camera, and we're just gonna fucking put it together. I mean, there's like way more stuff that's happened that I can't like think of, but it's just like the first absolutely unscripted real show.
Yeah.
It's so weird because
About
when I
life.
saw myself, I'm like, fuck, I didn't even know you were filming. But it's emotional because that was for real.
Yeah, no, when he
that
first
was
showed
not
me
acting.
when he first showed me that trailer, I just cried. Just
That
'cause
was a heavy trailer, man. I gotta give it to you. Was fucking heavy.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Well, yeah, you would. It's just like fucking it's like the real crazy
Yeah.
emotions.
It's the rawness.
It doesn't even. There's no. You're like, I don't even know what this is about. It just seems wild, right? But we're just trying to approach making a show from a dude CKY. They weren't like, what network is gonna buy this?
Yeah.
They were just like, let's just fucking make something.
Yeah.
But we're not we're not doing any stunts or any crazy shit. I'm just like doing what I think is almost even harder. It's like pulling out the camera when like
When shit gets real.
when your wife's crying.
Yeah.
Or when you're crying, or when like you're fucking arguing with someone about something that's like very, very important. Or like when a woman is in my house who's like a pillar of AA, and she fucking loses her fucking mind and ruins his life. A lot has happened, but yeah, man. So what do you think?
I mean, for lack of a better word, fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think what draws me to it is the rawness to it, and a little bit of the chaos too, because that's pretty much what life is for us. You know, it's just raw chaos.
But like the key to the whole learning to lose thing is like we emerge victorious, we grow, and it's through the pain and the chaos that we become better.
Yeah.
And then now we can help others who are in the shit, and we're like, bro, like we were just in the shit.
Yeah.
And now we're out of it. And even if we're even still in it, like just being in the shit with another person makes the shit less shitty.
Less fucking
You know what I'm
shitty.
saying? Like
yeah.
pain is cathartic, or shared pain is cathartic. And like we all know that. We learned that in AA. So it's like, I'm just sort of like, okay, this is what helped me. Okay, I'm just going to do this on Instagram. Well, really, TikTok is what is how I got my big semi big
Can you
following.
do me a big favor?
Yeah.
Well, make it
Can you
public
take a
and don't show
picture
only the
of
good times.
us and me for my
Show
bio?
the real, the dark times.
Well, that's
Like a
the
good
thing,
one?
though, is
in the process of being trying to recover, and it's not just like overnight. Like I don't think I've ever seen anything documented like that in the process.
right.
Like, and of living in a sober living and hearing all the crazy stories. Like I've heard some from Vinny, but like they're not filmed. It's not
Well, so none of that was in the sober living. I mean, the sober living thing. I mean, bro, we've been open 2 weeks, and the story right now that's emerging is this one. I'll just show you, like, this dude Caleb.
Sorry, I am a fucking liar. I fucked up.
Oh yeah, I saw
Thank
this.
you. I shouldn't have come here without being prepared. This is like kind of scary. Like being in here for a week and a half, lying about you having an account that you don't. There's no money in that account. Yeah, dude, it's been so long since like I've actually been able to like be honest. Like I can make this work because I have the shirt you're wearing right now. That's how I can make this work. We're going to let him stay here for right now until we can figure out what's going on with your parents, as long as you agree to expose yourself to the world. But to be fair, I'm also here to make content, right? And to show the world what this really looks like, right? And that does benefit me. I'm not some fucking saint. Yeah, I'm trying to make content about sobriety. But this isn't just pure entertainment. This is content that could potentially help someone else out there like Caleb who can't get honest see that you actually can get honest.
This fool came here, bro, knowing he had no money to pay. And we fucking tried to cash 4 checks that he gave us that bounced.
Yep.
And I'm like, yo,
too, man.
But what happens after that?
So a lot of most of the times at my old spot, we would try to, like you say, reach out to the parents, reach out to any family, friends, and go that route.
They're not paying.
No.
So now what?
Yeah. So it all depends on how many scholarships we have.
None.
Yeah, no scholarships. So then it's like we start reaching out to other facilities if they have scholarships or other IOPs to see if they have scholarships.
I'm not doing any of that.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have them stay.
Yeah.
And just film it.
Yeah.
Because the dream for me would be to have Netflix. That's really the only one I want. I don't.
And let me tell you right now, I see this on Netflix.
Yeah, like so Netflix go like, all right, we get this. We think this will do well. Here's a couple mil.
Yep.
Just fill the house, film it, and I'll be like, all right, cool. So you can't afford sober living. You don't want to go to some bullshit fucking whatever. You want the real deal. Come on down.
Yeah.
Be a part of this.
Yeah. But don't you think at that point, if you already have the Netflix deal with that kind of budget, you can get people that, like, every bed could be filled.
No. What I'm saying is that it wouldn't cost any money.
No, yeah.
That's the point. The point.
Here.
No, it would only be, are you willing to be a part of this?
Exposed. Yeah. Like, show everything
and then
about
we already, Netflix is your skull. They're the ones sponsoring the people. They're the ones finally doing some real good, as opposed to just making entertaining shows.
Yeah.
Why can't, like, Hollywood or whatever, why can't the entertainment industry get involved and start helping people in their recovery? And then also, I think in turn, as long as our structure is airtight and what we're doing is like ethical and like it has integrity and it has that structure and you can't poke holes in the program, then that's what I want the world to see.
Yeah.
Yo, your kid needs so much more than just a 30-day treatment. They need to be chores, structure, words,
bro.
fucking
That's
over and
what
over and over
seeing
again.
the results at the end of the series or the episode.
That's what I needed, man. I needed that fucking structure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I was 30 years old when I got sober, and I didn't fucking know how to do normal day shit. Like, I had to learn everything all over again.
Yeah.
I needed that structure.
So now this kid has written about 20. He got like a 55,000 word essay, and he read his cop list, which was everything he's lied about, which was everything. I mean, and another thing he said when he got here was he had 100 days sober, or 400 days. He said he had a year, but really it was just off his drug of choice. But he drank in the airport on the way here. But he got honest about it. He got honest about everything that night at dinner, and it was really cool to see. And we filmed that with the Black Magic.
Yeah.
Like, we're already getting like some great content.
That's amazing, dude. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Bro, and
but it's like a pipe dream. It really is, dude. Like, I don't know if we're ever going to get a fucking deal. I don't really like care. Like, I was just telling him earlier, like, I don't want to worry about the results because I've been trying to like sell a show for like in a movie for the past like 5 years, and it's just so hard. You can't stop pushing and like posting. Like, we're just gonna start putting the episodes out and let the world decide what's supposed to happen with it.
Just keep the dream alive, and like shit always works its way. Like,
I
think something will happen. Like, you never know if you just stop. Like, you might as well. People will enjoy the content. Like, how could you not want to watch that?
So it's so relatable, especially
like you said.
with
Just post it. Just get it out there.
Yeah.
But
I mean, like, it's hard. I mean, this is like where we're at. Like, I posted the pilot, which is just mostly me and my wife, and our Ukrainian roommate Oleg, and just like some drama and like a little bit about recovery. And the first like 5 or 6 episodes are like us in the quarantine. Like, she's not sober, I am. Like, we did the OnlyFans thing. That's like a whole episode.
Sounds so familiar with
you know, like
me and my ex.
Yeah, it's like
I was sober, she wasn't. We tried OnlyFans.
so like,
it was fun.
So like we have the whole. It's like all part of. It's like a show. It's
Yeah.
like this is what's happening right now on the internet, in recovery, out of recovery, life. So we posted that, and it's got like 15,000 on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like 2,000 likes and like 500 comments, like good engagement, but it's like 15K, so it's a good start.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I got like 29,000 subs on YouTube, which like YouTube is a fucking nightmare trying to build the YouTube platform.
Yeah.
That's the hardest one, you know?
Bro.
I've invested so much money into the YouTube, you know?
I just started YouTube. When I got sober, when I first got sober, I had no social media whatsoever.
Right.
And then when I started to see shit actually start happening, and because I started off filming for these guys, I started off filming for Khyler and Zach and all the Too Stupid crew. And,
All right, brother.
And so then I was like, all right, if I'm going to start filming for these guys, I should probably like start an IG. And then I started my own content. And then shit, like people started to like it. So then I was like, all right, I should probably start a YouTube. So I started a YouTube maybe like 8 or 9 months ago, and it's been fucking hard, man.
It's a whole nother beast.
Yeah, dude.
It's a whole nother beast. So Billy, what do you think? This guy has been okay. So he had no social media at all. He got kicked. He got sort of ostracized from his situation with his wife because of this other lady, and he came to live with me, and he was just. All right, this is my sponsor. He just got thrown into.
No, they hosted my birthday party, and I basically never went home.
Right, and he just lived with me for a couple months, and my following started to know him, and he got his little. What do you have now on TikTok?
I don't post anymore. I have the same 7,000 something.
But he got like 7K, literally, he doesn't even know how to use email.
Yeah.
I still don't know how to use it.
But like he learned and shit. But like those are the kinds of people I think that we need online. The people that aren't like that are just different from what you would normally see. But what do you think? Look, are you starting to see the vision that I've had coming to life? Like, what are your thoughts on everything?
Yes. I mean, yeah. Yes.
Yeah, he's been kind of just like going through the motions, and I feel like just watching, like there's been a lot of times where people around me are like, dude, what are you doing? Like, why are you filming all this shit? And like, could you imagine how many people I've pissed off?
Yeah.
Well, I got to say, when I saw that me on there, I'm like, fuck, I didn't even know you were filming that.
Oh, really? Right.
That's like the one time I lost my mind in the whole thing.
In your whole life.
Well,
or since I've known you. But like, yeah, like the thing about taking chances and being crazy and like doing stunts, like you guys are crazy. But like, I'm like, okay, I'm the same way, bro. Like I jumped off the chairlift for $20 when I was like 15, broke my face. I was always like the guy who would just do, oh, you dare me? I'm down. You know, that's why I gravitated towards BAM and CKY. But now I'm like, okay, I want to do this, but like I want to do it like with like dramatic, like film the things that are no one else is filming. So like that's why I think you guys are like perfect, sober and like crazy. Like you have that adrenaline.
Yeah,
like you're willing, you know, to
absolutely.
go there.
And I think that's one of the reasons. For me personally, why people, because I get asked all the time, you have to be, how fucked up were you when you did that?
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, dude, I'm like almost 3 years sober, and I think when I say that like they gravitate towards us a little bit more. So that's why I'm trying to. I have to stop using the word trying, because you're like, dude, just do it. You know what I mean? But
but we are all trying.
Yeah, and I'm trying.
We're in the process of
in the process of finding that balance between the sobriety and the stunts and the skits and for me the skateboarding and I think I've gotten a little better at that, and it's been working, and I'm glad that the sobriety part of it is the biggest part of it, you know.
Yeah, like it's twice as hard. So I mean, Steve-O was just like blacked out during all those. It's
he just hit what, 11 years, 12 years?
Yeah, and I know he still does that type of shit sober, but like doing it sober is like even more impressive because you're like really feeling.
Well, and that's the thing I prided myself on. Like I've coming up on 10 years of doing like stunts and dumb shit since I was 15. I'll be 25 at the end of this month. And yeah, ever since I was a kid, people are like, dude, are you stoned? Like, I just look like that constantly. Anyways, I have high eyes. I just look fucked up all the time. So doing all these crazy stunts, they think you're like on drugs or you're drunk. And I'm like, no, that's like cheating. Like, because like you can just get liquid courage and anybody will do anything. It's like if you can push yourself through that mental barrier just to do something gnarly for whatever your reason may be, like if you're just an attention whore or you just I wonder what will happen if I do this, if I put my dick in a mousetrap, like how bad is that going to hurt? Nobody does that.
Wait, did you do that?
I've done that.
Oh, dude, so many times.
And it hurts just as bad.
Didn't you put thumbtacks on a mousetrap and put your dick in it?
Recently.
But how do you post that?
And like stuff like that. So, so I got a Patreon now. And so people can pay to see stuff like that. I mean, before... It's more like you
why not
test
OnlyFans?
Because I feel like that's more associated with like sex work, and
we need more like normal people on OnlyFans
and my buddy, my roommate, he went the OnlyFans route, and it went pretty well. But now they're starting to crack down on him. They're like, nah, like fuck you. Like they recently took a bunch of his videos off.
Right. So
wait, on OnlyFans they took it down?
Yeah, they took his shit off.
So Patreon is safer to promote. So are you allowed to do X-rated stuff on Patreon?
Yeah, so far nobody's reported me but with Patreon it's links. And so you either have to have like a website, or what I do is I upload on YouTube and have it unlisted. And then I put the unlisted link.
Or Vimeo.
You could anything, just anything with a link.
Can you do like hardcore porn on Vimeo?
I don't think Vimeo, but what you could do is upload onto your Google Drive, and then a link from Google Drive to your Patreon.
So you just post whatever you want. Are there rules on Patreon?
I don't think so. I mean, before OnlyFans, I remember seeing girls promote their Patreon for their nudes and shit.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember that too.
That I try to go that route, and then it is kind of tricky promoting your OF on Instagram. They like on your story, they'll remove it if you say words like uncensored sometimes, or like
exclusive content.
I try to say exclusive, and that helps a lot more than saying
we've
uncensored.
Just had to totally change it to exclusive content.
But with like what I used to film back then was very more simple and like CKY-esque. Just jumping into pine trees, doing shopping cart slams, and then you kind of have to keep pushing yourself to do gnarlier, crazier, different type of stunts, to like lighting yourself on fire, like jumping onto the thumbtacks, kind of like backyard wrestling type shit.
Can I ask you something?
Sorry, I get like really fucking
No, that's cool. I'm just curious. Like, so you guys are stunt guys basically, and you film it.
Yep.
So do you like take time to plan? I mean, you're gonna maybe get hurt, right?
Yeah.
So like, how do you approach that?
I take safety like pretty fucking seriously. Depends on the stunt. Sometimes it's on like that day I don't know what I'm gonna do, and other times I'll be planning a stunt for months and like having it go over in my head. Sometimes I lose sleep. I'm like I did a stunt where I backflipped over a moving car while I was on this 7-foot like wooden structure, and I like had to time it perfectly to where I turned my back to this car and do a backflip while it drove underneath me and land, and like that was terrifying to me. Like, and I came up with that idea several months before I did it, but we planned it out right, and I was okay.
So hold on, are you allowed to post that type of stuff on TikTok?
No, if you kind of tiptoe around it, say like that you're professional, that you know what you're doing, and it's not very easily recreatable. Because like if I've lit myself on fire and had it removed like instantly, or anything dangerous
on TikTok.
But didn't you have a fire one stay?
But then I've had it stay, and if you like try to make it seem like I know what I'm doing, I'm professional.
But what about on Instagram?
Instagram is more lenient. I hardly ever have things like that.
So, but for Zach has 500,000 followers. If he posts anything with fire,
for some reason, I'm pretty cool with
on
that.
Where
on Instagram.
But YouTube is actually getting worse though. I've had videos just like anything reckless, anything self-harm, even though like it's not like that. Like, if you start to bleed or anything, it seems like you could get hurt. Or
so how do you spell it? Zach,
Zackass.
Zackass.
Yeah, he
Fuck
he
yeah,
blew up.
bro. Good.
He's gnarly.
Good for you.
Yeah, so he's the one
Wait,
that
who just said he's gnarly?
he did.
Wait, what do you mean he?
Zach S.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm not Zach. I'm Khyler.
Well, what's your Instagram?
Was Khyler KHY
KHY
LER
KHYLER.
and then last name Vick VICK.
AKA Sick Dick Vic.
Right.
That was his alter ego.
KHYLAR.
LER.
All right, I have another question.
Hold on. Khyler VIC.
Okay.
Khyler Vick.
The logo's like a green face.
Yeah. So wait, this other guy who's got 400K, he's like your boy.
Yeah. Zach.
And he's just doing all the same shit.
I wouldn't even say same, dude. Like, if we're gonna be honest, like his ability to do stunts and like he'll do gnarly shit. I'm not trying to badmouth Zach, but like I like more moving stunts that maybe take more prep. Like you are asking to like prep for, take more like talent or like whatever. And then a lot of his stunts are like stand there, get hit in the nuts.
Oh, he's just a big fat dude.
Yeah. And like he'll do like he's jumped a motorcycle and stuff. Like he will do other stuff like that.
He gets gnarly.
He'll get gnarly.
Yeah.
I'm just saying like this like I love jumping into fucking like trees and jumping off roofs and shit.
Okay, I get it. Oh, I think that was you.
Yeah.
That's entertaining, actually.
Cool. So sorry, Billy. I want to let you do your thing now.
Oh, well, I just always kind of want to go to the root. Like, what's the motivation here? Like,
right.
Is it adrenaline, or is it a following, or is it some kind of passion I'm not aware of, or what's
100% a passion. I think adrenaline. I don't know. I never like considered myself an adrenaline junkie, but I definitely oftentimes find myself anything else just very mundane, like normal life, very fucking
Bro, when
gray.
you do a crazy stunt.
Yeah, that's interesting because I was watching you and you said nothing until we started asking you about this, and now you're just
Well, it's like almost
chatterbox.
like I fucking that's all I know. I'm almost like brainwashed myself into like this like one
dude
focus.
To answer the question that you just asked for Khyler, and this is why I love him so much, is because of the passion. His passion for what we do is through the fucking roof. And with a lot of our other friends who we film with, yeah, they love what we do, but they're not as passionate as him or myself. And
so that's so weird. So why? What's the passion? Why?
When I was younger, the why was like wanting to be remembered and not doing like what normal people do,
bro, like
going against the grain.
It's really like it's impressive, and you get a lot of attention. And I remember just being, you're just gnarly. You're like you have it's courage. It's courageous to do. I was that guy too. I was always the guy who was just like just had the courage to just do the shit.
Yeah.
I remember when I used to skate, I was like always the one who would do the 11 stair. And like I don't know, it's like when you're with your friends and like and everyone's like, "Oh shit, who's going to do it?" and you just fucking do it. It's like
you're like the king or something.
Yeah, man. And it's empowering, and it's also like it's inspiring in a way.
And even if you eat shit and break your leg, everyone still gives you props because you.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, and for me, it's like, okay, you said it, attention. You know, we all consider ourselves attention whores for sure. We always like being like when we go to parties, we always like being the ones that everybody's fucking looking at, laughing at. You know, and then plus it's also we like making people laugh. We like to entertain.
Yeah.
And then for me personally, I like to prove to people that I could do, because I'm a bigger dude. I'm like 270 pounds.
Yeah.
That I could do shit that you wouldn't think that I could do.
That's what I love about you, Vinny. And like it's inspiring to me too, because I'm like, I wonder if I still got it or if I can still do it. And then like you're like, nobody would expect you to be
Nobody
able to
would ever expect
to be able
me
to or want to
fucking do the things that I've been able to do. And that's what fucking pushes me. Like that ramp slam, that fucking hurt, man. But the thing about it was I was so confident in myself that I was going to land it, and I didn't. And when I got out of that pond, I went up to the trailer and I started crying because I was so upset with myself that I didn't land it. Yeah, I was like, "Fuck, dude!" I was so confident in getting that clip.
But the slam's way better.
But the slam clip, it was even better.
So here's the thing. I'm going to answer their question for them. It's literally facing your fear and overcoming it on the most basic primal level.
100%.
Yep.
That should be your answer moving forward.
Yeah.
Because
I like
that's
that.
what human beings are expected to do on a daily basis as it relates to life and all that other shit. But like, if you can do it with just like something that's like just scary to anyone, that's just like if you could just light yourself on fire, and it's like, I know it might sound stupid, but it really is like, I'm facing this fear and I'm going to walk through it. And then once you accomplish that, there's a sense of accomplishment and power and courage. And it's like, you know, like we only live once. Fucking live fast, die young, go hard, take chances, fucking punk rock, fuck
Super
the
punk.
world. Like all that shit.
Couldn't have said
right?
it better, because I find myself in a rut trying to explain why. Like, I'm like, because it is dumb. I'll admit it's stupid, but I like it still. I like
Bro,
doing it.
There's nothing, you know, facing no fear. Face your fear.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question? So did any of those Jackass guys really, really get hurt, or did they somehow get out of it without
no, dude, they've
permanent
had
damage?
tons of injuries. I don't know about permanent.
Like spinal
100%.
injuries or
permanent,
anything?
some permanent or semi. Like
Bro.
Knoxville broke
Knoxville's
his urethra.
dick. Yeah,
Hold up. Brandon Dunn died.
Ryan Dunn.
Ryan
yeah.
Dunn is dead.
Yeah, but that was from drinking and driving.
You know what though? He was just driving crazy.
Yeah.
'Cause he's just fucking
And he was always
crazy.
like that. Like
Yeah.
if you watch CKY, they talk about how he always liked to drive fast.
So nobody was filming it, but you know, people die from this extreme lifestyle. I mean, look at fucking Bam. He's like in his disease, you know, he's not sober. He's like crazy, and he's like aged like 40 years in like 5 years, you know, it's like crazy to see.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of look at that as like what I don't want to end up like, because I looked up to Bam so much growing up.
Me too.
I had like I still have a poster of him like on my wall, just like, oh man, like the CKY movies were just 100% my inspiration. But now it's like they could go down the drain like easy just from like obsessed with drinking.
Me and Khyler have been talking about the whole BAM situation a lot the past few days.
You both are sober?
Yeah.
And you were users? I mean, you were both...
I was just alcohol, which makes me feel like I don't like to talk about it, and I'm very fresh into it just because I'm like, oh, like all these guys had it so much worse.
No.
So like, not like
alcohol's like the worst one in my opinion. That shit's poison.
Yeah.
Are you an alcoholic?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
Very excessive, like to the point like where I would just drink everything in sight. Like I couldn't just like relax and have a few beers. Like I could sometimes, but it was like wanting to numb whatever I was feeling.
Did your life become unmanageable?
I would say yeah. I don't know if it was directly from alcohol or if it was just because like of like deeper issues.
Are you powerless over alcohol and drugs?
That's like a question. I don't know. Like I have pretty strong willpower.
Do you have a physical allergy as it relates to alcohol? And a mental obsession?
100%. The
right.
mental obsession. I don't think I've gone. Okay, let me put this out. I'm 4 months sober. I don't think I've gone like more than a day without thinking about it, without like wishing I could just get wasted and like just not think about everything that's going on around me.
You know, that sounds right.
Our night manager Woody's just walked
stomping down the stairs.
He just walked down. He looked at me. He's so respectful and nice and just all in. He's like, "Can I walk through?" I'm like, "This is not like a professional." It's funny. The word "professional" is like something I just want to like completely remove from everyone's vocabulary.
Do you have any idea how many people listen to this?
I know we were at like 30 or 40,000 downloads, so probably times that by 2. I mean, there's at least 1,000 for each episode. I haven't even looked at it for like a while, but like I think that like any successful thing, like it starts small. It's sort of like
I'm just curious.
Medium right now, but like I think people will once as it continues to grow, people will go back and listen to everything and be like, oh well, how did this all start?
Yeah.
And I also would love for you guys to be, you know, to sort of I would love for this movement to be able to sort of, for us to sort of figure out a way to integrate what you do with what we do, and then we can all help each other grow and move more into the space of like helping people through our experience, strength, and hope. And I don't know what that's going to look like. We never do.
Never.
But we'll just stay in touch.
Absolutely.
And like,
So you're 25. How old are you?
33.
And you've been sober 3 years.
3 years. February. Last Wednesday.
Sorry, did I cut you off?
No.
And you're a heroin addict, basically?
My main thing was heroin, but I smoke crack, I shoot coke, I shoot meth, I drink alcohol, I do everything under the sun.
So you like shooting rather than smoking or whatever?
Yeah. I was addicted to the needle just as much as the drugs, for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, the whole, everything about it, you know.
Did you end up getting Hep C or anything?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I have Hep C. Yeah. And I should be taking care of that now, but I'm not. Because I'm
they actually have a treatment for one variety now, but it's supposed to be really expensive or something like that. Or
there's this, I want to say it's called Harvoni. That it's like a 7-week medication, and then after the 7 weeks, it's gone.
Wait,
amazing.
What are the symptoms? I didn't.
Okay, so there's no like. The only symptom is your liver starts to fail after a certain amount of time.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah, my mom had Hep C because my mom's an addict as well, and she had Hep C for 25 years, and she was one of the test subjects for that medication.
Oh wow!
And the medication that she took, it made her so fucking sick for like a good 2 months. But after the 2 months, the Hep C was gone.
Right on.
Yeah.
Damn, that's scary.
Yeah.
So right now, your liver is just like
my liver's just dying,
working extra hard right now.
Yeah.
Do you feel that?
No. And it's a funny story how I found out I had it. I was I went to the needle exchange up in Burlington, Vermont, and I was switching my needles. And when I walk in there, they're like, "Oh, we're offering $25 gift cards to Walmart to people who get tested for Hep C." And I was just like, "Oh, okay, I could use $25." You know, like I know I don't have it. And so I was like, fuck it, give me that $25 gift card. And so we do the test, and they come back in, they're like, you tested positive. And I was just like, oh fuck,
I can't get that $25. They should have opened with like, well, you're not gonna get that Walmart gift card.
So let me just get this clear. So you guys travel, you make your own tours, you have a following, and you're able to monetize and make somewhat of a living that way, or that's your goal? Or
so that's the goal. We travel together sometimes. We actually have been traveling a lot together recently.
Well, who do you go with if you don't go with him? You have a crew or something?
No, dude. The last 2 months, it's just been me going state to state, meeting people that I know, or I hit up people that I've looked up to, and they just fucking answer back for some reason, and I just go and film with them.
Damn, you guys got some motivation to go by yourself.
Yeah, well, I was in that fucking sober living for 3 years.
Oh, I see.
And
it's like freedom.
Yeah. Well, and like I was saying in the meeting before, that like this is literally the first time since I was 16 that I am a fucking free man. I can go wherever a free man can go, you know, and that's why it's just been a little overwhelming, and a lot of issues have been coming up with, because we're trying to buy some property in Texas so we could build our own compound where we could do what we want when we want it without anybody either calling the cops or. No, I don't think so.
I mean, and you're gonna say you're asking, you know, do you have a crew or whatever? Like when you first start out, like a lot of like kids, like they get their friends together. You make like a little crew. You give it
like all excited.
You give yourself a name, and it's really fun like that. And then, you know, over time, they, you know, get careers, wives, like kids. Like you just grow up. Like a lot of my friends have like grown out of it. Some of them are down to like do something crazy here and there, but it's not like what's the next
That's
big
all
thing?
it needs to say.
And
is lose.
But you're all in. You want to make this.
I want
your
like
thing.
this is like my thing. This is for sure my thing. Like what I'm known for. Like, you know, family gatherings. Like, oh, Khyler, you still doing that jackass stuff?
Right.
You still doing that crazy shit? I'm like, yep. Wow.
I mean, every once in a while we get gigs. You know, we had Send It City.
Yeah, like
he had Too Stupid on MTV.
Well, you sold a show. How did that happen? I mean, you edited it and made a show and presented it.
Oh no! So that was with our friend Zach that we were talking with. Steve-O discovered him and, you know, just blew up from there. And then Zach only knew me from social media, like saw like my stunts and was like, "Yo, dude, like I like what you do. I have like an opportunity for you for like an MTV show. Do you want to be a part of it?" And one thing led to another, and I was on that show.
Did you make any money?
Yeah, of course, but that only lasts so long. Especially when I quit my job, like going back home instead of trying to save it or invest anything. Just, you know, 4 months later, just don't have it anymore.
Yeah. When you're young, I did that too. I was on drugs too at the time. But
no, dude, when I was young, I got my father passed away when I was 2, and when I turned 18, I got close to $500,000, and I was broke by the time I was 22.
Yeah, it's crazy. You just don't realize, you know. Yeah.
Well, and the amount of money we got for that show, like, I mean, when I tell people, like, yeah, for like the 8 episodes that we filmed, I got paid like, I think it was like around like 16,000, like 16 and a half, which is like, oh, dude, that's crazy. That's a lot. Like, how'd you just blow through it so easy? I'm like, it's not like that's that much money, especially for like what we were doing, just like busting our asses, like potentially like life-threatening things. Like, it's really like, I mean, it's worth it to me because I love doing it, but as far as like monetizing what we do, it's almost impossible because shit just gets reported, taken down, demonetized just because it's like self-harm, dangerous acts, and like it's like one of the toughest like career paths I could have like chosen as like a creator, like an artist, because I consider it like a type of art. You're filming something. I'm an entertainer.
What do you call this type of art?
Homegrown stunts. Like you're like,
and you probably got a lot of competition now. Like, I mean, I would imagine
there's like I would say like on Instagram I don't consider them like homegrown stuntmen, but they try to do like what I do, and I just don't get like the same vibe. But they are blowing up. There's not it's kind of like a big underground thing, but it's not like that popular. And you get like I said earlier, compared to the almighty jackass. Like no one's ever allowed to like do something crazy on camera and try to entertain or make somebody laugh.
Right.
Like,
so they bust your balls about it.
Yeah, you can, you know, make a band and sound like so-and-so. Nobody's going to compare you or like give you a hard time, or like you can go skateboard. No one's going to be like, dude, you can't kickflip, man. Like you're trying to be like Tony Hawk, bro. Like, like you're just like, wow, Steve-O did it better. Like you shouldn't fucking wanna be just losers. Like,
would you go to the lengths that Steve-O did? Would you like put a hook in your ass and jump in the
I would say
shots?
I've gone to Steve-O's length and maybe in some cases
you have
above and beyond, and it's just trying to get like, I'm not saying I'm better or worse. I've had people compare and be like, dude, you guys are way gnarlier, way better than Jackass. Like I've had people like, dude, you inspire me. You guys are so amazing. Like I love what you do. It's just trying to get the eyes and ears on us and trying to get people like to recognize us.
What's your follow? I mean, do you have TikTok?
I do. I finally made a TikTok.
Oh, but you can't put this stuff on TikTok.
I have a TikTok. Right. I'm coming up on like 10K followers on TikToks, but I've been like kind of like vlogging and just weird shit, like nothing that shows our dicks or ass cracks or whatever.
That's a given.
But like, like a lot of our stuff deals with like piss and puke and shit and dildos.
Can you put that on?
No.
Well, not like even stuff like just like a video of like my friend jumping onto a treadmill and eating shit. And like
considered a dangerous act.
It's just anything that's like dangerous or self-harm.
Yeah.
So then you just, how do you put your stuff out?
So YouTube, YouTube and Instagram, both of those. And it's just hard to gain traction and for people to really like to give a shit and to like care. And that sometimes that's
hard with anybody who's trying to get a following. On
it's discouraging.
Yeah. He's been doing this a lot longer than me. I recently just started my own content. I was more behind the camera for when I first met Khyler. I was filming him and Zach and the rest of the Too Stupid crew, and because I started off filming skateboarding when maybe 12 years old, like looking up to the CKY guys, looking up to Jackass, having all their posters on my wall. Like that's what my childhood was based off of, skateboarding and the Jackass scene. And this was something that I've always wanted to do my whole life. But once the drugs and shit got into the picture, then all the passion and everything just slowly faded away. Started selling all my cameras, everything that I owned. And
how'd you guys end up in California? You're not from California?
no, I'm originally from Connecticut, and I came out here a little less than 4 years ago to get sober. Didn't get sober right away. I was homeless on Newport Beach. Made my way up to Skid Row. I was on Skid Row for a few months. And
like L.A. Skid Row?
Yeah, L.A. Skid Row. Before that, I was in Connecticut.
And you were shooting dope?
Yeah, yeah.
Let me ask you a little bit about this. The homeless community is like nuts. You go to the Valley, every underpass is a homeless community.
It's gotten
now.
so bad.
But you lived like that for a while.
Yeah, I didn't even have a tent. I just had my backpack and a skateboard.
And so you just... Yeah. Did you have a sleeping bag?
Nope. No.
You weren't homeless in the winter then, I guess.
No, I wasn't. Not out here. In Connecticut, I was homeless in the winter.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's when I would sleep in a porta potty. I in a handicap sized porta potty. Yeah.
You could die.
Yeah,
there.
yeah. It got pretty fucking gnarly. And
dude, that's low. By yourself in a porta potty, homeless.
Yeah.
In the snow.
Yeah, in the snow, and the porta potty. It was a handicap sized porta potty, so it was just big enough for me to like lay down and like make a bed.
Was it used?
Yeah, fucking right. It was used. Dude. Yeah, yeah, and the sick, twisted part about it was, I was okay with it. I was comfortable because as like at that time, as long as I had my needle and the dope and my Obama phone to watch Netflix, I was okay. I was totally chilling. And,
really?
Yeah.
Was Obama handing out phones?
Back, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
And so you guys met up, and then you decided to come to California just to hang for a while?
Well, I'm born and raised in Salt Lake, Utah, or West Jordan, the suburbs, and like I try to travel after like my crew kind of fell apart in Utah, just like branch out, go to Virginia, New Jersey, California to film with other like-minded people. So I'm still living in Utah. I just came out here to hang out.
Not just to hang out
or something,
not just to hang out. This motherfucker flew out here to celebrate my 3 years with
well
me.
yeah but like when I do come out, like when I met Vinny, it was to film some dumb shit.
Yeah.
So you guys have some love, I can tell. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I love this dude. Yeah.
Wow. So you gonna do anything when you're out here? You got any stunts planned?
No, I didn't want to do anything while we were out here, just because I have those blisters on my balls and my ass cheeks. So I lit myself on fire. I had this idea for this like really majestic stunt, to my homecoming stunt. I go to LA, get sober. 3 years later, I've made a little name for myself. I go back home. The homecoming stunt was to skateboard across the bridge while on fire. It's like the phoenix has risen from the ashes. You know what I mean? And so I did it, and I used way too much lighter fluid like a fucking idiot, and I didn't have Khyler around to tell me how much to use.
Well, not only that, you didn't have a proper way to put yourself out. You didn't like take really any safety precautions.
No.
You didn't wear any wet clothes underneath at all. Not even one layer. Like, and you didn't like. If you could have like, maybe jumped off the bridge into the water, or like had something, but like your clothes caught. You had to get naked on the bridge.
I ended up naked on the bridge at 6:30 in the morning in my hometown.
Just like, bro.
And my balls were on fire.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
He's okay.
I'm okay.
He's got like some like what looks like minor 2nd-degree burns on his like butt cheeks.
It's just like really, it's just been really uncomfortable, because like I had to sit on a flight for 4 hours and then drive all around LA, and it's just been uncomfortable. It's not like really painful. It's just.
And why didn't you like plan? I mean, fire. I mean,
because he's done it a few times before and been okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
And then,
yeah.
And usually there's
I'll
like
let you know if he calls.
a body of water around to jump into.
Which there was.
And
I was on a bridge.
But you didn't jump off.
No, because it was fucking like 20 degrees out.
Yeah, dude. It's cool.
And then
he'll probably.
If I was there, I probably would have had you wear usually wear a layer of wet clothing.
Yeah, and that's something that I
protection
forgot.
Layer.
And I'll admit I forgot to wear the wet clothes, and I did use too much lighter fluid.
or like a bucket of water or like a wet towel.
And someone was
a wet
filming,
blanket.
or were you filming yourself?
No, I had a camera guy and a guy driving my car, and I almost lit my car on fire too because I thought my clothes were out of fire. Like after I got naked, took my clothes off, I thought I put him out, so I put him in the trunk of my car.
Oh my god! And they were still burning.
Yeah, they're still burning. So I pull up to my house and go inside. And
your house, as in your family?
My mom's, yeah.
And what do they think about this?
My mom, she supports it. My mom's super cool. She supports anything that I try to do. The rest of my family thinks it's fucking dumb, but I don't. Really
I think that's
care.
the only reason I've been able to like keep going after this long is because my parents like support what I do. That they're like you do need to get a job to be able to like pay for your bills and like stay alive, but like fully support you trying to like make this a career and like your dream to do this crazy shit. Of course, my mom worries about me, and so does my dad. But like I think he hides it a little better. My mom doesn't want to hear about like what I've got planned beforehand. Just like,
do you have something planned?
I mean, I have a couple ideas in the back of my head, but nothing like too insane. I don't know. Trying to think.
I guess you just got to get that one video. Well, no, that's not true. Even when you get that one video that blows, you got to get the next, or else you get forgotten about.
Yeah, that's just like the one that blew up yesterday.
That's my never-ending story. Except I have that. I have that video. Like people comment, "How is this not viral? How did you not blow up?"
Yeah.
So I have a lot of those videos that like could be that one video, but aren't. So that I still have to keep going. Yeah, and it's kind of like a drag, but then it's like, wait, I do like doing this. So it's just trying to think of like new ideas, things that like I haven't done or haven't been done, and that won't kill me.
What was your job before?
So I've always kind of like bounced around different job to job, but for almost 4 years, I just worked construction, just installing windows. And they were pretty cool about what I did and were lenient with my travel and stuff. But during COVID, I was just fucking over it. And construction didn't even fucking stop. But I was just like, I don't want to work here anymore. And this is going to be like an excuse. COVID.
Sorry, guys.
You're good.
I literally like I haven't had my phone on me, and like I've been trying to like do the sober living thing and the structure, and then like the meeting, the podcast, and it's just like a lot. So I told Michaelis that we'd have him on tonight.
Oh, that's right.
So Michaelis is like my sponsor, one of my other sponsors. A guy who I had. He's not answering, but he might jump in here. Dude, this guy's amazing. He, I don't know if you remember me talking about him on that in the meeting. He lives in Bali.
Oh shit!
But he's like been taking me through the book, and he's like a DJ, and he's been through a whole lot of crazy shit in sobriety. He's like a really dope guy, and he just texted me, "Are we still doing?" He texted me 45 minutes ago. "Are we still doing this?" And I was like, "Oh shit!" I like totally forgot. You know,
dude, you're good.
So I just kind of like was scrambling, called him, see if we could get him in, because this is like perfect, because you guys, I think that what he'll say will be really good for us, all of us to hear. And you guys are in recovery, so you'll like what he's trying to write a book about. It's just funny. He's wanting to do the same thing that I'm doing to a certain degree, but not like with the crazy. He's just wanting to write a book about like, how to treat the spiritual malady, which everyone has. It's not, and me and him had a really long discussion last Tuesday about whether or not alcoholism was the spiritual malady. Because that's what they say in prime time. In prime time, they say that alcoholism is the spiritual malady. Selfishness, self-centeredness.
Well, they say that in the big book.
No, they don't say it in the big book. They say it in the 12 and 12.
12 and 12, okay.
Bill Wilson wrote the 12 and 12 years after he wrote the big book, because alcoholics are unsatisfied and they go, "We want more." Right? But this guy was like, I don't know, like It's very interesting, dude, because like in the 12 and 12, he says that alcoholics have the same basic, God-given instincts, survival instinct, sex instinct that everyone else has, but we have it to a higher degree, which is why we use drugs and alcohol, because we have a disease that centers in our mind and it makes us impatient, unsatisfied, fault finding. We hate the word no. So for a while in prime time, I thought that was alcoholism. I thought alcoholism was that I am those things, right? But Michaelis was trying to explain to me the other week that everyone has those things. That's why Jason and Victoria are able to relate to our struggle.
Yeah, so I realize that, but what's your point?
My point is that there is a really big. It's a big deal for us to change how we talk about alcoholism. It's not a self. It has nothing to do with self-centeredness. It has to do with a physical allergy to alcohol and a mental obsession to alcohol. Those other things come as a result of drinking alcohol, but they also come as a result of being sober. And they also come just as a result of being human.
Yeah, because people are like, dude, how is it being sober? Like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, things kind of feel the fucking same. Like, I was expecting like a huge change. I was going to be so much happier. Everything was going to be better. Like, I mean... Like, I don't know. I still feel kind of fucking miserable all the time, and
but it's not because you're an alcoholic.
No. That's just how I am. Yeah,
right. It was a big conversation that we had, because I've been sort of under the impression that my like fault finding, impatient, unsatisfied mind was my alcohol. It's because I'm an alcoholic, right? I'm like, but it's like not. I'm just a driven human that aspires to be great.
Oh, well, yeah, and maybe you're neurotic.
For sure. But I think all humans have a...
So wait, alcoholism is just one simple thing. What is it again?
Well, it's two things.
It's an obsession of the mind and a physical allergy.
An allergy of the body. And the way we treat that is by helping another alcoholic go through the book. Now, the book is treating the disease, but the book goes one step further. It teaches you how to live a fulfilled life so that you don't go back to drinking and using. But that part of it can be applied to all human beings.
Absolutely.
And that's where me and Michaelis have sort of become obsessed with, and also Russell Brand, by the way, and whoever, God only knows who else, spreading this message to all people and sort of removing the alcoholism part.
Oh, right. So just anybody can try to feel fulfilled and like happy and just
by
like,
doing the 12 steps.
Yeah. And
by doing a moral inventory on themselves and by living a life of service.
And just feel like...
Well, the only trouble is that it says, and it's true, that people won't go to any lengths unless they're desperate and like seizing a life preserver, like a drowning person.
But there are other ways to become desperate than
that's probably where you'd have to work on it to make the unhappy person desperate enough to do. Are we allowed to talk about the interaction here that was in the meeting, or is that a no-no?
Yeah.
We are allowed to?
Fuck it.
Oh, really?
Let's do it. Let's do it. It's going to come out eventually. So
really?
This guy,
are you sure?
Here,
are you sure?
Guy, Gus.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me just ask my question.
Mm-hmm.
So I got the feeling that he's coming to like a reality.
Yeah.
And he's opening up and he doesn't want to lose his friends, his community, his career, all the things.
Because I called him today. And I was like, bro, what are we doing? we opened this thing up, right?
Well, I'm proud of you because you said you never want to talk. Last time I spoke to you, you never want to see him or talk to him again.
Yeah. But this morning I was driving here and I was like, dude, this guy was my friend and we did this together, and he feels entitled to more than he's getting. Mm-hmm. So he put the domain in his name. He bought some stuff, and then he's now been gone for a week, having lawyers look over what he has and the verbal agreements that we've made, and whether or not he can get more from this. Right now, all this is debt.
Yeah.
We need to get out of the debt.
Yeah.
And it's also, you know, me and a bunch of people that he was friends with, and now he's on the outside here trying to get what he feels he deserves, but in the process he's causing a lot of pain and fear in this organization.
Well, he's driving everybody fucking crazy is what he's doing. Yeah. Which is, he's destroying everything because...
So I told him today, I said, bro, just come back. Let's rewind.
Stop tripping.
I didn't even want to like make it seem like I was the one that was going to be forgiving him. I was like, listen, like we all do things that we are in the situation we're in. Our investors want nothing to do with any partners. They're only investing in me. That's it.
Yeah.
So this company is 100% mine. If we pay them back, then we can talk about splitting up something that's like actually profitable. But for right now...
But they do get a salary. I mean, they are compensated.
Yeah, and I even said if he came back, I would like pay him on the spot and continue to pay him a salary if he can figure out a way to rebuild the trust. Because that's forgiveness.
For sure.
So that's what I don't know if you remember the guy who was talking about going to war.
Mm-hmm.
That's
the
what
tattoo on his back.
That's what he's talking about.
Okay.
So in this meeting, just right now, you witnessed like two people who were literally doing this, have been doing this all week in the room together, trying to like mend the relationship through the book, through these spiritual principles.
Yeah.
It was like subliminal because I didn't know that. Like I would never put that together.
Yeah, well, now we're there.
Now it's out there.
So there's a lot of people online that are like, "What's the drama? Like, what's going on?" Like, and there are even people asking, like, "Where's Gus? Where's Gus been?"
That's good. Like that people are like interested in investing in you guys and the different characters.
Yeah, so we have like all
in the drama
this documented. I mean, we're talking like just like
he's right. The fact that anyone even gives a shit and would ask that is a big deal, right?
Yeah,
huge.
Well, yeah, the two girls that came here last night. Do you guys know this girl Brittany on TikTok? She has like 1.2 million. She's like a sober chick. She's got like kids. So. She's like she's like a big. She was here like yesterday, and she was like, "Oh, that's what the drama was." It's like that people like they know.
That sounds familiar, Brittany.
Yeah, you probably know her, but yeah. So. He came.
So are things looking good?
Like, I mean, he came and he's. I don't know, man. It's hard, you know, with people, and he's got his. What if his lawyer tells him he can get?
Yeah, but what I'm thinking is he was on the houseboat last year. I mean, it's more than this business. His whole community is.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So he's on the outs right now, and even like Tim and. His sponsor is like working with us. Like all of our friends are like helping, you know, and he helped, you know, in the beginning. Like it was he actually came to me and was like, bro, we should do this. Like Danielle, she's got 10 years experience in the industry. Me, you, Danielle, and then Jason, we should do this. And then Jason went out, and then like I got my parents. They were like, all right, we'll make this happen. But I've been trying to do this for like a while, like 10 years, right? But he just kind of like just got fired from Live Nation, and he was like, let's like make it happen. So then they made it happen, but they were like, no, we're not. There's no partners.
Yeah,
we're doing this for Pat. We believe in him. We want to support him. If you guys want to like help him, that's cool. You guys can work out whatever deal you want to work out once you pay us off. But like, my dad just has a lot of experience with like bad partnerships gone wrong, and he also doesn't really like Gus. He doesn't think he's worth, you know, what he thinks he's worth. He's got a year sober, no experience in the industry, came from Live Nation, and he's you know, we're doing just fine. You know, we don't need, I mean, we need people that have relationships in this industry that can like fill beds, that can like do what Wickham's doing. And Mikey's here. Mikey's basically just like, whatever you need, bro, I'm here for you. Like, those are the kinds of people I need, not like people that are like just entitled.
I deserve more. Like, thinks he created this like brand new idea that you've had for so long.
Right.
And what is he asking for? Just more money, more credit?
That's the other thing, is like, it's gotten to this weird place where he's like actually okay with not owning any part of the company. He just wants to be back in the mix. And I'm like, bro, just come. He's like, I know, but I'm afraid that once I come back, your dad's going to like, and give up the website and sign something saying he's not going to sue us. I mean, would you let someone back that was about to sue you and take the website? And
that's
It's
pretty petty.
That's
your dad.
dude. I don't
he
know.
took the website
man.
just so you couldn't have it. Like, he wasn't going to do anything with the website.
No.
He was just like,
he just has
I
it.
don't want you to use it, so I'm
Well,
going
no,
to.
because he thinks he has like a case based on
Okay.
like stuff that we've said.
Okay.
In the beginning, it was like I thought like, okay, cool, we're just gonna start a band and we'll all be equals. Like, that's what it was in
That's
my
how
band.
it always starts, right?
Well, no, but like that's how it still is in my band.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we didn't need a $2.5 million house and $100,000 to start the band.
True.
That's what we were given. Therefore, we have investors, and then they have pretty much all the leverage right now. They could literally kick us out tomorrow.
Yeah.
So-
I don't, dude. That's it's just money just fucking ruins things all the time, and I don't know if I would,
Between friends or
especially
whatever.
between friends.
So I'm on the tip where I'm like, you know what? That's why I was sharing about the shit I was sharing about like, I don't know. I don't really care. Like, forgiveness. Because this feeling I have inside about like what he's gonna do and how long he's gonna be trying to do it for, like it's like not a good feeling.
Yeah.
And I would be willing to like just do whatever just to.
I mean, forgive, but don't forget. You know, like.
Well, that's the whole point about like, can you come back and rebuild the trust?
Yeah.
Through actions.
Yeah.
Not words.
Yeah.
I'm pretty forgiving. I would say, see if he can prove himself.
So he came to the meeting. Well,
and
so
he-
what happened was I talked to him. I'm like, yo, it's all
that's
good.
the first step, coming
and
here for the
then
meeting.
my dad called. And I'm like, oh, you're afraid my dad's going to ban you? Let's loop him in on the call. And let's have him say that this is everything that happens here in this house is up to me. My dad he's not going to be interfering with my daily operations. He's just not going to allow anyone to own a part of the company.
Yeah.
So he said, I mean, he just basically just told, my dad's like a gnarly New Yorker who just told him exactly what he thinks of him.
Yeah.
And what
then
was
Gus,
that?
you know, all the same shit he's been saying. You don't bring any value. You're over there holding on to stuff. If it was my company, I wouldn't let you anywhere near it. Just a lot of like hurtful stuff. And then, you know, Gus sort of was like, I got to call you guys back. And he just kind of was like, I can't be a part of this. And I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember. He's saying things like,
No, that's fine. Okay.
What would you do, Vinny? Would you let me back?
Oh man, dude.
like, I've never been in a situation like this with anyone.
That's
like,
tough, dude.
It's like, I don't really deal
That's
with people
tough.
who do this kind of shit, you know?
Yeah.
And, like, I get that he's frustrated because in the beginning he thought it was going to be one way. We all did. And just the more time that goes on that, like, it's unclear, it's almost like he's going to either need to trust me and take a paycheck,
Well, yeah, he just won't own it. He'll still be a part of the whole operation and like have fun, recover, and be a part of the whole thing, the plan.
Yeah.
It won't be in his name. He won't own it, and yeah, he won't get as big of a cut. But like whatever, like he didn't call his parents and they didn't give him money. Like, fuck him. Sorry, I don't know him. owning
it doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna get any money. You may get debt.
I mean, right now, Ridge Production is worth negative $50,000.
Right, you said it's all debt right now.
It might even be better just to be a salary employee.
That's the thing.
He might even be in a better position.
But people that haven't like started their own companies and like actually really worked for like working for yourself is very, very hard and time consuming and strenuous. And like people that haven't done it, they just think of like Cliffside that just sold for $140 million, and they're like, "That's what I'm gonna get." It's like, dude, let's just start like filling beds and see if we can start paying them back.
Yeah,
that's like hard to like do. And the only, I mean, really, like right now, like the few people we have in here are because of me.
Yeah,
and social media and my relationships.
Yeah,
I mean, there will be more coming from, you know, Danielle and Mikey, hopefully through their relationships in this industry, but he doesn't even have any.
Yeah,
and he's asking for the most.
You're constantly, you know, FaceTiming people, filming, putting things out on like social media, like busting your ass. Dude, it's 24/7 work. That's like when you work for yourself, and it's almost like more work. It's harder. Like you don't like get really any breaks. I mean, you can choose to have breaks, but it's like it's not, nothing's gonna come from it. You know what I mean? Like it's like you choose when you want to get paid, or if at all. Like sometimes you have to spend so much more money in like your hobbies, because it's almost like a hobby as well, because it's like what you like to do, right? Like you like to film and get into stuff like that. I guess, I don't know, you probably.
No, I do.
Yeah,
I've been filming since I was like 15.
That's like your thing. Yeah, so
with a VHS camera,
and it's constant work. And so,
but he came to me. And it was something I wanted to do, and then one day he's like, I thought of this name. So he actually thought of the name Graceland, and I was like, I mean, I had to agree. So now it's like, how much is that worth?
Okay, because he came up with the name, so now he's like,
I mean, this
is my thing?
But I mean, if you think of a name, is that worth? What is that?
I think the value he brought is he put fire under your ass and made shit happen. Besides that.
And then I told him, look, let's figure out a number let's figure out what that's worth. And let's like.
Yeah.
I mean, does that mean that you're going to get a percentage of the company?
No.
Because you came up with a name. And
which
then
is Elvis's. I mean, Graceland is like Elvis's thing.
Really? So it's like...
I mean, well, Graceland is where Elvis lived, right? Or something.
Yeah, that was
called
his ranch.
it Graceland Ranch.
Oh,
so
that's
it's like,
right.
It's like
But I mean, it's a great name for a sober living.
I
it really
love
is.
it.
I don't want to have to get rid of it, but you're going to have to change the name.
What would be the backup?
Ridge Recovery.
Doesn't have a
Ridgeview.
Ridgeview.
My name's Patrick Ridge.
Okay.
My production company's Ridge Production. So
Wait, what'd you say? Ridgeview Recovery?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Ridge Recovery.
Yeah.
Come get a little R&R.
No, you gotta have the view. Something about
Recovery.
Yeah,
but Ridgeview soberliving.com is actually available. It's hard to find a name that's available. That's like the hardest thing. But whatever, Ridgeview, Ridge something.
Well, that makes more sense now that like it's your last name. I thought you were just like making that up. I was like, Ridge? Why would you like? I don't know.
But everybody who follows me, it's like Patrick Ridge and Veronica Ridge. Like
okay.
The Ridges. It's like it's 90% of the
Ridge
people
Recovery
coming here will be.
It sounds
here.
official as fuck. Like,
yeah. Ridge Recovery.
Yeah, I'm going over to Ridgeview.
Yeah,
Ridgeview.
it
So
sounds
Ridgeview,
sounds
so
nice. I mean, if you had to,
Graceland is a little grandiose. It's like I'm picturing like cherubs and
a little waterfall,
rainbows maybe or something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's good.
But I mean, the vibe was crazy. It was like we were coming together.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's all good. Actually, everything's good.
Oh, what with Gus?
Oh, Gus, I think he should just hand over everything and say, "Look, I want to work for a paycheck." He's actually better off. If he bought in at 25%, he'd be instantly in debt for.
See, like you, like that make that like computes for you because you like understand.
There's no guarantee that you guys are gonna make money.
Right.
He's looking at the big picture and wants the glory, like right. Like that's what it seems like. He just wants his name attached to it.
It's just like it's like hard for me to deny the fact that the exposure. It's all because of I've been at this for a decade.
Like, why would you want to be like, yeah,
my social media?
It's like you also helps.
I'm
not really.
I haven't been fucking around, and it's like finally in the past year, it's like resonating, and it's like boom, it kind of like shot up.
You recently just got verified, right?
Yeah,
because I remember when I first started following you, you weren't verified. I thought,
but I mean, it's really the TikTok thing. But the TikTok has fed these other.
Are you verified on
things.
TikTok?
No. But like, and they actually denied me.
Really?
Yeah, and they won't tell you why. They won't tell me why.
I thought if you were verified on Instagram,
that's what
it was an automatic verification.
But there's been like a lot of strikes.
The strikes are hindering,
and I think that it's maybe the OnlyFans thing too. But like bullshit. That following, as you guys know, I mean, I got 425,000 followers on TikTok.
You work so hard for a following, and then why would you want to be like, yeah, this guy helped as well, but he didn't? Like, it's like, yeah, he's part of it this whole time.
So everyone around here will be benefiting from that directly, and then the show will be happening also, which I've also invested in. So I don't really know why he can't see that it would be rad just to be a part of it and get a paycheck. The fact that he wants more it seems like...
Feels like alcoholism.
It just seems like entitlement.
Behavior.
Like he's not able to actually see the benefits. And
it's like, you know how many people would want to be here like just to get help and to like live in like such a dope spot and like you would not even receive a paycheck, like just to like...
Well, there's a lot of
get
people
better
helping
to volunteer.
Yeah, just volunteer or like just like be in recovery here. But like, is that or what would he be like? Would he be in here for recovery or to help like with running the whole thing?
Yeah, running.
He was helping run it, and
right.
You know, he opened the bank account and he did he set up the Nest cams and was dealing with like, the trash stuff and like the waste management and like the gardener and just a lot of like different, ordering stuff for the house, day-to-day management stuff, you know, and work like budget stuff and paycheck. He would have been doing payroll and stuff like that. But now my family wants him nowhere near any money at all.
Yeah.
Well, you're kind of stuck in a weird position, honestly, to like, you want to give him a second chance, you want to like help him out and be like, yeah, and then your parents are like, nah, like,
well,
no.
Do you or
I don't know. It seems like you called him.
I want to be the blessing, and I want to be friends, and I think the biggest thing is I just don't want him out there trying to hurt us.
Yeah.
No drama about that.
And I'm so grateful that I'm able to see that in a way that's not like I want to kill him. Yeah. Because that's like growth for me.
Yeah.
To be like, okay, well, he's just doing what he's doing because he's afraid. And it's like really hard to see it that way.
Probably took some balls for him to walk in here tonight.
Yeah.
Definitely.
For sure.
I couldn't have done that, dude.
First thing he said to me was like, bro, I'm just here for my recovery.
And
I hugged him. I was like,
I remember when I was sitting over there, him saying that.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, and I kind of made a joke. I was like, cough it over. I'm here for my recovery. Like, I don't know why. Because I just thought it was like, I thought he was joking. Like when he said that, like it was like, because I didn't know the whole thing. I thought it was funny to say like, just here for my recovery, man.
Right.
Instead of what?
But he's being serious. Like he didn't want any beef with you. Like, hey, I'm just here for my recovery. Like, right? Like he was meant it in like an earnest like thing. Not was like because it sounded like he was joking around with you. I thought he was like when he's like, I'm just here for my recovery. Like I don't, you know what I mean? Like I'm just like just here to pick up my dog or whatever. Just like here to like. I don't know. I thought it was like not as like a serious thing.
He's funny, huh? You're like a funny guy.
I wouldn't say.
No?
Dude,
No.
you're fucking hilarious.
He is, right? He is, right?
He's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, he's like the best kind of funny. Like, he's not like trying to be funny. But he's
Funny how? Funny looking?
I'm getting... So you guys like movies and shit or what?
Yes,
of course.
100%.
What about... But are you like obsessed?
I used to be obsessed.
Like Tony Scott? You don't know who that is?
No.
You're not obsessed.
I used to
enough.
be...
What about like Coen Brothers?
Yeah, Coen Brothers. Yeah.
Like seeing Fargo?
Yes.
Yeah, Fargo's sick.
Yeah.
I mean, I love VHS tapes. I love collecting.
Yeah, I actually have like a...
VHS?
Yeah.
That's like 8-tracks or something.
Yo, Pat, can I get a smoke? You mind?
So I have... are you okay with that?
I don't care. No,
Just
like to
pretend
crack
like
a
we're
window.
in a Dick Tracy film. Like, remember in the fucking 50s, everybody just smoked inside,
Right?
Drank fucking whiskey. Sometimes I think about that when I'm smoking inside. I was like, bro, like, what do you guys think?
Says
I love it.
Says lose.
Yeah, that's sick.
Okay, no,
That's sick.
Yeah, that's dope. I was like, is there like another?
I
meme?
want one.
Well, it's a learning to lose shirt.
Yeah.
I want it
I mean,
now.
I was trying to read if
we're
there's
like
like double.
I want it
almost
now.
there. We're
Give
almost
give it to me now, dude.
we're almost at a point where we can do shit like that. I'm still down to do it, but I'm saying like that's the type of shit brands do. Like real like brands like
Can I see? What does it just say lose, or is it all in there somehow?
It's just lose.
That's what. That's
Okay.
yeah. That's what I was
and
wondering.
on the
if there
back it should like probably say learning to lose or something. Like most brands when they're starting, they just sell like one shirt. Learning to lose.
Yeah.
And then it gets big and then they start doing that type of
I
shit.
like the simple designs too. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like
He's
the older
a
I get, the more
fucking
simple I like it.
Gen Z, Virgil Abloh.
Yeah.
fucking-
Yeah, I renamed him. I renamed him Digi, like Digimon, because he's like he's so into the digital thing.
Digimon's sick.
What?
I was like, Digimon's sick. All I was gonna say is, it would be cool to have different options. Some more simple, maybe some more complex. Just like different styles. Just kind of see what works, what people like. If you can afford that, like, or if like I don't know.
Yeah. Wickham thinks I can just afford anything. I'm gonna make 10 different shirts, and everyone's like, Billy's like, I have an idea for a hat. I made it. 5 people bought it. I spent like $1,000 making it. You know what I mean? It's like I want.
skaters. We're like gonna sponsor the skaters, and that's how we're gonna breathe new life.
And that's
like,
what's scaring me to start making my own merch, dude. I'm like afraid to spend all this money and then.
Well,
like,
you can do it like the way through the places that. I don't like doing
Made
that
to
because then
order.
it doesn't get made like right.
Yeah.
No,
I was planning on making
Probably
merch
not
like
gonna
probably in the
make money
summer.
on merch.
No,
Probably
Wickham,
not.
send it
Yeah.
to our, and then we'll do like a drop.
But you could think of it as like a service
And we'll
for
see-
your
let's-
fans.
I'm not-
Yeah.
We start
Yeah.
a skate team in Milk Room. We just get like a really popular.
Yeah, have you been talking?
Room, and he's like, "Yo, dude, I'm starting this brand. Learning. We sell that guy on the idea, and then we get the skate team with that.
Or them even.
Yeah.
So I'm totally down to rep.
So check it out.
100% down to rep.
Have you talked to Greg about this?
Yeah.
And he's all down.
All
Yeah, no, you guys for sure. Like we could promote them, and then they could promote us. So like we'll sponsor. I want to sponsor you. You guys are
Yeah.
the
For
sure.
perfect people
Yeah.
to sponsor.
When I-
So we need to send them everything that we have, and then what else can we do as far as like a deal or something? How does that even work?
I mean, I feel like that's
So like something like that would be like if we were to make certain videos straight promoting, then that's when the paychecks would come in.
Oh
right?
yeah, if I did like a gnarly stunt and it was like all like dedicated towards like
Yeah.
learning to lose,
Yeah.
and like give
So
like a
what would
huge
you
shout
be
out.
like stoked on?
Like merch wise?
No, for like
Or,
money to do a video like that.
I say let's set them on fire and have them jump off a cliff into a lake.
So I'm just wondering though,
done
like
that.
what
I've done that.
Like what's
yeah.
the price
Really?
you're saying,
what
or what?
would you be like? Oh, what would you be like?
I'm not like steep, but I've never really had to like
Yeah.
figure that out like per stunt because it's like usually like a whole day of filming or like
Right.
an episode if I do get paid at all.
So you could be like, I'm sober, fucking 4 years, and I'm fucking still learning to lose.
Yeah.
and then just fucking
Yeah, and
fall
I did,
into
and I
shit
and
or
I
whatever.
just
like,
get gnarly. Yeah, do
you know
something
what I
really
mean?
gnarly.
Like, Because my bio is I'm sober 15 years and I'm still learning to lose.
Yeah, and I love that.
That'd be like
That's like your whole shtick.
Yeah,
That's
that's why
this,
I'm
right?
so interested in this, because it's our messages co-align.
So what would be like a cool amount of money? I mean, I already know, like $300 for make a post.
For a post? Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's like what my wife would do. She's got 80K on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like if you get $300 from a company, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
and how often?
It's
would
not
you,
like a whole bunch of money.
No,
but it's
no.
like,
I mean,
it's
better than
like,
fucking nothing.
That's
Like, because
my
I
point.
already do this shit for free.
I would be
anyway,
happy
to
give you each
Oh, shit.
$300. No fucking problem. Every single time you make like a dope post about learning to lose.
Yeah, and maybe do
that's like generous.
Maybe do like monthly contracts, like a certain amount of videos a month or something.
Yeah. I was gonna say like. Because I could easily that would give me like something to plan, like stunts that I want to do, or like with different locations. Like,
I'm so glad you're here,
motivation
bro.
to like want to do something.
See, that's why Wickham's here, and that's why when I saw him smiling, I was like, "Oh, what's he excited about?" I love it when like people around here get excited about stuff.
Absolutely.
And it's just funny that's the first step for in us working together.
Well, I know I'm down, and we'll work something out. Like we could do like. I don't know how like often you'd want like a video like twice a month or like once a week
with,
or like whatever.
Video.
See if it works. Like see how well it does.
We're just gonna start with one, and then we gotta make the new shit, and then the day it drops, we could all do like this one drops today. There's only 50 available, and then hopefully we can try to like, dude. My wife just dropped this necklace. It's got like a weed leaf on it and a fork. It's for chicks.
Oh, nice.
And it's like. I don't know, but we just dropped it today, bro. I bet you it's sold out. Like these are all orders. Let's see where it says learning.
Oh wow.
I deleted a bunch of them, but we sold. I'm sure we sold at least 4. There's $60, and I think we sold like 40.
That's sick
today. I mean, that's so hard to like sell 40 things in one day. Like
that's great.
Strictly from TikTok.
Yeah, I mean, well, her just
from social media.
Social media in general.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
Dude, I would be stoked if I like sold 40 of anything from what I do.
It's so hard. I'm stoked. We sell like one thing every day.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Learning to lose.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So you put a limit, like there's only 50 of these.
Well, she made these necklaces are like gold plated. They're like it's like a thing. So they were kind of a little bit more expensive to make.
Right.
But
you got to charge more of the
But like, look, here's the truth. Like, and that's another reason I'm excited about them is like most of our fans are actually women.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
But like, this is a fucking punk rock. Hope to die, learning to lose. This is that.
Dude,
kind of
when you were
event.
talking, when you were talking earlier, I was getting like really like inspired or just like was like really feeling it, like what you were talking about, and just like could what's the word? Just like relate to what you were saying.
Yeah, and then
he was too. So.
And then he shared right after it about like failing. You're like, I don't know why, but I'm afraid of failing.
And
that came up by what you said, and I'm like, bro, learning to lose.
Yeah, and I after I said,
did you realize?
Yeah, I didn't even realize why that popped up. And then after I was like trying to think, why the fuck did that remind me of like why I was stressing out? And then because you were saying like you've been through so much shit and you've accomplished so much, and I was like, fuck, dude, what have I accomplished in my life, dude? Like, but before my sobriety, it's just been strictly detoxes, rehabs, the streets, jail. I dropped out of college 2 different colleges twice because I was strung out on heroin, and I've just the only thing I've ever completed in my life was graduating high school.
How old were you when you first shot heroin?
When I first shot heroin, I was 24. Yeah, the first opiate I ever took, I was 20, and I started smoking weed, and I took a lot of acid and mushrooms and Molly when I was like 15, 16, and I would like trip with my mom. And
oh, really?
Yeah.
Trip on acid with your mom?
Yeah.
I feel like I've had I've had a lot of like we got a record deal and we toured. We put out a couple albums. Like it was, but like we didn't. Right? It's like we came so close. You know, like we toured with Lady Gaga, like we put LMFAO on and the Cataracts, and they all blew, and we were just like, we had the rad thing and the fan base
right there,
but it just didn't really happen.
Yeah,
I mean, it did. We toured, we sold. It was like happening, but it didn't. Skrilla like we were like number one on MySpace.
Yeah.
That's where I come from.
Yeah.
Like we had a MySpace deal on the table. We ended up with Universal. And then like, oh, we lost it.
Yeah.
So I experienced all that. And then like I started my company, Ridge Production, and it was like, we did videos for all types of artists and commercials and events from all the biggest events. And we were doing big, like $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 contracts for events with 20 people on the floor filming and doing Instagram videos during the event. And that's kind of like I did all that, you know, and now I'm like doing this. So it's like I've kind of like almost done something.
Yeah.
I mean, I did a lot, but like it's a lot of losing, but not like losing, but like
just had like it's not like it's like set you for the rest of your life type of thing. It's just like,
but that's the story. Most people that have been successful have that story.
Yeah.
Where they've done
a
bunch of stuff, you know.
For me,
finally one thing really worked.
Yeah.
You know?
For me, it's like, so like before my sobriety, it was just like a constant like losing. I was never winning.
Yeah, it says right on your neck.
Yeah.
What does it say?
Loser, but then he crossed out and it says lover.
Let me see.
So the V, so he changed it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yo, Wickham.
So
that should be a shirt.
It's from the movie It. Yeah. So
copyrighted already.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
You can't copyright that, or maybe you can.
I don't know. It was like on his cast, right?
Yeah, on the cast.
Like some kid wrote like loser. And
yeah, and the girl wrote
lover.
Yeah, and so I was just always losing, and then now since I got sober, it's just been a constant fucking. I've just been up and up and up and up and up, and it's been going fast, and now it happened all in sober living. I've been in sober living this whole time. Like the little following that I've made, the people that my idols who I've worked with and now I have relationships with, all the traveling that I've done.
But how did you build that in sober living?
So when I first got into sober living, that's where I met Zach Ass.
The dude has 400K.
Yeah.
So you guys were able to leave the sober living and like do stunts?
Yeah, I was lying to my management, saying because it was a structured sober living. It was a mandatory 12 steps, mandatory to get a sponsor, mandatory to hit 4 meetings a week, mandatory to do the chores and all that shit, right words, you know. But so I was lying to my management, saying, "Yeah, I got a sponsor. I'm doing the steps," and I was staying sober, but I was lying, and they believed me, and so I was able to travel and like fly to Chicago. We did live stunts on stage with Wu-Tang, you know, and then go to Indiana and film promos. They already finished filming the Too Stupid show. I came along just right after, and so we flew to Indiana to film the promos for the show, and it was just like when I met Zach, I already knew who he was from his online presence. I was a fan of his, and he needed a filmer at the time. And I grew up filming skateboarding. So I was like, yeah, dude, I have experience behind the camera.
Wait, you didn't put a mic on that again?
Oh, fuck.
Wow.
Fucking up.
I'm like, I can't believe that I'm like able to like notice all these things. It's all good. I'll hold your hand a little bit, and you hold mine, and we do it together. I'm excited about the drops.
Yeah, me too.
I'm excited that you're excited. Sorry.
No, it's all good.
You were saying, yeah.
Yeah.
And now you're starting to win a little bit.
Yeah, and when I met Zach is when all this shit really started happening for me. Mm-hmm. And it happened all in sober living. Me and Zach were in the same sober living. And it's just been a complete fucking change. And
you went to sober living?
No, not him.
Zach.
No, Zach. Yeah.
Okay, can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
Is Zach making money?
Right now he is, yes.
From his social media.
Can we talk about that?
I mean, bro, if you have 500,000 followers on Instagram,
Are we allowed to talk about this?
About
what he's doing?
I mean, it's announced that it's being made.
Yeah.
So, but he's not announced that he's in it. So I don't know. He did sign an NDA.
Well, don't break it.
Yeah.
No, nobody listens to this shit.
What do you mean? I thought 10,000 people were listening.
No, 1,000.
Oh, 1,000
for each episode, but
Zach is a part of a big project right now.
Remember who I was mentioning earlier? What people compare us to?
Yeah. Okay. So check this out. It doesn't really matter. The point is that if you have 500,000 followers on Instagram, you can make money.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck who you are.
Where's the money coming from? Though?
I just hit 16.2.
Bro, imagine if you had 200K.
I know.
The guy has 400K. He has got almost 500,000 followers. That means that every time he posts something, he's getting.
No, he doesn't even do that.
He needs to.
No.
He needs
that's not what I was
to.
going to say. I was going to say every time he posts something, he's getting, what's his average view? 50,000 for every fucking video.
Every reel, I think he's getting like 125 to
100,000 views on every video.
Yeah,
that means that if you want to promote something, you can.
Yeah.
Oh, so you can do advertising on your video.
No. You just what do you want to do?
Oh, you ask somebody.
No.
People would reach out to you.
No. He can sell a shirt. Because every time he posts a video, he gets 100,000 views. So if he made a shirt, it would sell.
But his merch wasn't really selling.
Well, maybe not merch, but
he
could figure out a way to make
for
money.
sure to monetize it 100%.
Okay, that's my question. He still has to figure out a way to make money. He's not just getting paid because he's
I think
getting
also,
views. No,
but also with that many followers, I feel like he could just start a TikTok.
Yeah, he's been so against TikTok.
He
finally made one, but he's not on it.
There's a lot of things that he could and should do to be able to make a lot more money than he is. But right now he's doing some pretty cool stuff with like Fail Army on Instagram and stuff with Hulu. Different little things, not like a show or anything, but like just like things because he has that following for like advertisements and whatnot, which is cool.
So why does he have a following? Is he charismatic? Is he funny? Is there something interesting?
I think he's pretty fucking funny.
Has he been at it longer?
Yeah, it's hard to make money,
dude. Honestly, it's just people get lucky. People get so fucking lucky, and
he's been doing it for a fucking long time.
Yeah, I mean he did, and then he kind of fell off.
Yeah,
and then
he's had a lot of viral clips,
and I think it was just like you said, like the right video. And the right person noticing it. Well, Steve-O from Jackass was like a person who noticed him and like took him under his wing for a little bit, and like that really like took off. I mean, he had videos that had blown up. I don't know if you've seen a video, like you weren't really on social media, so yeah. But
Pat's probably seen it.
I'm just
like you're wondering like why does he deserve
how you can translate that into money. That's
so like on Instagram or probably even TikTok now, you like a way to make money is people will pay you to promote their stuff on your stories. Or and it will be even more.
And they'll find you. You don't have to find them.
Yeah.
Or who knows?
So say if I didn't know Zach,
business.
right? Say if I didn't know Zach. Zach is in the same world as me as far as entertainment goes. If I didn't know Zach, I'd try to get in contact with him, and I'll be like, "Yo, dude, how much for a story promo?" He'd probably say like $150 or something for a story that goes away in 24 hours. You know,
like on his Instagram, be like, "Yo, check out
and
Skinny
then you
Vinny."
would potentially gain some followers.
Yeah, so he would make a story. He would tag me and be like, "Yo, Skinny Vinny does gnarly shit. Follow him."
But then, how are you getting money? How is all this translating to money? That's what I don't understand.
Yeah.
And then like if you did have merch or like monetizing your videos, or if people did pay, like, because right now I feel like me and you are still on like trying to like come up and like make it. I mean, we like what we do, I think speaks for itself. Like I don't need to like prove myself on like my abilities and what I fucking do. It's just like the right people to see it.
Like teaming up, like, so you guys have like a brotherly kind of love. Like if people got to know your relationship,
I think our
bring
our
a character into it. That's kind of how he blew up, because his wife's part of it, and he has all these relationships, and people get invested in that kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think our fans know that we have a really close relationship already, especially after Send It.
Yeah.
The show that
but I think maybe you could use that as a as an entertainment.
No, for sure.
You just got to talk about your truth.
Yeah.
And your fear.
Yeah.
And anything. Like literally, this is literally the thing that I've learned. I mean, I feel like it's not even something you need to learn. It's like intuitively, you just sort of know this. Is anytime you think, oh, I don't want to talk about.
That's what you
talk about.
Like it's like kind of like with like the videos that we do, like do the thing that you really don't want to fucking do, because that's probably going to be the best, like the funniest and gnarliest.
Like what are you the most afraid of talking about? how could you possibly get, like, literally, like, just right now, I do it every single day. Like, right now, this conversation about the whole thing with my friend Gus, that's something I was scared to talk. I'm scared to talk about that. What is he going to hear it? I talk about on this podcast. There's nothing I don't talk about. If everyone in my life heard this podcast, everyone in my life would be upset.
Mm-hmm.
That's
so it's like, and I do that same thing with filming, and like when I talk about like my marriage, and you know, when I'm in a relationship with my friend, it's just whatever it is. Like, I'm afraid of all these things, and I just expose it, and people
just
aren't
like
used
talk
to
like
that.
nobody's listening, like, and then
or like I would if I was just talking to you in a room by myself. That's actually the other thing, is like I talk to my phone the way I talk to my friends, even though there's like a lot of people that are gonna see it. Like when I see how many people watch my stories, sometimes I'm like, ugh. They just all saw that,
right?
They're gonna see it all, and I don't even give a fuck anymore because I should be dead anyway.
Yeah,
I think of it like that.
Well, it's the best
sometimes.
to be able to like be yourself.
You did a sort of a stunt. You remember when Oleg filmed you pooping in front of that big house?
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's sort of a stunt.
That's definitely.
Also, I did.
It wasn't
flip.
planned, but
I did a flip at off this thing at the beach. Yeah, it's
No, let's hear it. Like,
well, no,
or let's see
I'll
it or
show
whatever.
you.
Yeah,
it's funny, you know. I mean, it hurt. Like I did it like twice.
Why'd you have to do it twice? Did somebody fuck up the filming?
Because I was filming it from different angles,
right?
And I also was like trying to do it like better. The second time.
You're never satisfied, and then the second time you usually get smoked. If you got away with it the first time, then they're not gonna let you get away with it. Like, not every time, but yeah.
But it hurt.
Me landing on your feet hurt? What do you mean? How? Why?
Just like the way I did it.
Or your back, or
that's so funny. Like, these guys are like actually interested because it's like what they do.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Like, it's so fun. They're like, "What'd you do?" They're like, "No, talk about it. What'd you do?"
Always. Like, I mean, it's dope that like I see like you have a NoFX tattoo, a Maiden tattoo, and like fucking skate. What is it? Skate and Destroy, or like on your arm, like fucking right up our alley. Just like the punk rock metal.
Yeah, I
skate
mean,
vibe.
but like, I'll show you that. But like, it's funny because when we went to Costa Rica, and like I literally upset the locals. Like, this guy,
Someone from the town just rolled up on me at the hotel.
Like, why not do what I'm doing? Why not just walk up and say, hey, man, like, why are you being a bitch about it? Why not let me sit at your fucking table? I should have done that. You should have, as a man.
No, we were going
On his wife's birthday.
but then
so
we
you
got
understand
seated.
that?
I guess this dude apparently is like the town drama queen. Somebody was...
he's like the town meth
what was that
dealer.
about?
Well, it was about this.
There's this like really big table, seats like 15, and these people, there's like 5 people, and the waiter just said, hey, are you guys down to share the table with these other 3 people? Who, the other 3 people are us, me, Veronica, and our friend here. And they're like, no, we're not. We can't share this table. That's the
Huge table.
Apparently will only fit their party. That's the guy right there. What?
Do you not feel bad in the slightest bit that we had to leave because you would like let three?
Is that what we should ask them? They're sitting on the very end of the table. Right. They're not even. Look at this. There's a whole half of the table just empty. This is where we want to sit, and this is where they're sitting.
There's only 4 of them.
And there's the guy. 5. Oh, he's gonna take up. There he is. He's taking up that whole other half.
So they like saw that video. I don't even know them, but like they somehow saw the video, and like the whole town was like upset. It was crazy, and then this fool showed up to my hotel talking shit.
Jesus.
I filmed that, and then they're threatening me, and it was this, and the whole thing was, the whole thing was all my followers like got to see like all the messages they were sending me and the threats, and I just reposted what they were saying.
Like they're digging themselves in a deeper and deeper hole. Like,
and then this fool said I'll never be able to walk. This got 2.8 million, bro.
He just threatened you.
2.8 million.
And we literally were fighting.
But like 5 minutes before this, I posted this.
It wouldn't have mattered anyway because you do what you want. And you don't give a shit what I want.
After dinner.
And that's how it's always been when we're on vacation, and that's how it's always gonna be. And I'm actually okay with that. I just want you to recognize it. That's why I don't get mad. Because you don't let me do shit.
I would have gone and lifted fucking weights today. That's what I wanted to do. And you said, I don't want to go to the beach without you. So I went to the beach with you. So fuck you.
Like,
damn,
that's real shit, bro. Like, yeah, how do you get that? You get that because it's like a whole thing that, like, the guy who we were with,
just rolling constantly. Like,
well, the guy who we were with is this guy who's like, he films. I mean, he's like our roommate, and me and him beef, and it's just like,
Oleg.
It's just yeah. You see Oleg?
Yeah.
Dude, this is fucked up, bro. Like, I can't find this thing.
I'm gonna have to go eat pretty soon. I'm sorry to say this, but I'm starving.
Yeah.
What time is it? It's almost midnight.
Yeah, we're about ready.
Coming up on 3 hours.
Wow.
I think
3 hours.
If I'm reading that right.
Oh no!
Or is
That's
not right?
two. It's
I was like,
one.
I was like, Jesus.
It's 1 under 2.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Sorry.
No, you wouldn't know.
I mean, it seems like
it
we
starts at 1. I didn't know that either. I'm like, fuck. We've been here for 3 hours.
It's funny because the screen grab is me like. Oh, here we go. 71K. That's chill. Oh, but then, so like, yeah.
I used to be really athletic, snowboarder, skater. I'm gonna try to run into a front flip off this log here.
Oh yeah, dude! I could tell that would hurt your spine, your tailbone.
And this is
I wouldn't even like. That looked like it hurt.
What is she saying?
sick. This song is. You remember Days of Thunder? No, Tom Cruise. Yeah, the thing for me that is really helped, obviously, is just like my wife.
Yeah,
is in it, right? So people can relate to that. That's really been the thing, and that's gonna. I think that's what's gonna be this fucking guy though.
So everyone has on the list Manuel Antonio Park.
Fucking
it's the biggest park with like the largest population of animals.
He's like our Kramer.
Would you say that you're appropriately dressed to be with my wife, talking, speaking?
I'm really offended. Oleg, put some pants on.
You're speaking to my wife.
Crush on you or something.
Would you say that you're?
He's like in his underwear and shit.
No, that's important too. To like your partner to like be involved with like your passion or like what makes you happy.
It's so weird, bro. Like she's just been right there.
I'm just down for the cause.
She's been there, right there for 15 years.
Yeah.
I never thought to use her. I never thought to. I've always been. I'm in like the band. I'm doing all these other things.
Oh, right.
And then as soon as I was like, oh, what about like this? It just like popped off.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
I don't.
I'm so like we can't see the thing that's right in front of us. It's like, what is the most honest thing that you're the most passionate about? Like that's the thing about Fat Mike that I fuck with is he's always been like a crossdresser.
That's funny. When I saw you with the pink hair, I literally was like, dude, that's like reminds me of Fat Mike.
Yeah.
In the video like that I saw, you had pink hair and like in my head. Sorry to cut you
Yeah,
off.
no, I just actually recently got to film him.
No way.
We filmed their live stream at their house.
Oh, sick.
And El Jefe was like, look, it's Pat. And I'm like, Fat Mike's. I'm like talking to Fat Mike. It was crazy. It was really a
surreal
moment of, he's literally my hero. But he's a crossdresser.
Yeah.
And he just recently just started wearing women's clothing. And he's just like, fuck it. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
dope.
But it took him like 10, no, fuck that. It took him like 20 years in NoFX to finally feel comfortable doing that. I don't know. It's like, it's like
And he has like a wife and kids. He just likes to wear dresses, right? Like,
Yeah,
he's like,
yeah,
I don't give a
yeah,
fuck.
yeah.
Like, he's like,
yeah,
he's like, I don't like.
That's sick.
I can
What-
kind of
what-
relate to it. It's like fun. Just like, oh, it's like
yeah.
free.
Do
Like, whatever.
you guys know Against Me?
Yeah, the singer.
Oh,
is-
I do know.
There's a
trends.
dude. She's so ill that their music is like they're one of the greatest bands ever. Do you like fuck with their music?
Yeah, I mean, I only know like really listen to like the reinventing. The
Axl Rose.
Rose. Yeah,
Dude, all their albums are so good. They're so fucking good. So is the Lawrence Arms. Have you heard of them?
I have not. No,
They're the most slept on like Fat Epitaph band.
or Fat Records.
Both
Or Fat
Epitaph
Oh,
and
okay.
Fat Records.
Okay.
A lot of the bands that have been released, like Strung Out and No Effect, like White Trash, Two Heaps and a Bean is like was put out on Epitaph.
Okay.
But Fat Mike has Fat Records, so Fat Records and Epitaph, the bands like will release albums on both.
Oh, sweet.
So I just recently discovered the Lawrence Arms. They're like the best punk band ever.
Are they like
gonna have to check
Against
them out.
Me style?
Yeah, it's like just fucking good punk rock,
Right,
Like
just
good
real.
songs, just fucking. Yeah, you should check them out.
Yeah.
It's just like it's dope to discover music. Like they just put out an album, and it's so fucking good.
What was the name again?
The Lawrence Arms.
Dude, I'm so bad.
Well,
with,
we're
like,
gonna
remembering
stay in
anything.
touch.
Yeah, we'll
Thanks for coming out.
dude.
Oh,
It was great hanging
Yeah.
out.
yeah.
No, this was a lot of fun, man.
We close that window.
I needed this.
I
Well, yeah, I wish you guys lived out here. You
Me
did,
too.
Like
Reasons-
regulars.
Yeah.
For like reasons like this.
Yeah.
Like I never knew like I'd be in this situation, but like I wish I lived out here. Or I mean I could come out. It wasn't too much to like just fly out from Utah.
Oh,
But-
we're actually going to Utah to
Bro.
film a short.
Bro,
he could be like
just hit me up.
someone in the short.
Just let me know. Where are you going Southern Utah or Salt Lake?
We recently filmed a short. Will you just pull up the quick shot of her slitting my throat?
Sick.
Okay, so we just recently filmed. Did you guys see Rudy?
Yeah.
Have you seen Rudy?
I know who Rudy
on
is.
my stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so Rudy is now in the house, but before she was in the house, we went to Joshua Tree. Did you hear about this?
I don't know, but I definitely know who Rudy is.
So we went
I
to
low-key
Joshua
had a
Tree
little
and
crush
we
on her.
faked my death.
Oh, really?
She went on my Instagram. This was the short film that we made.
Yeah, so they faked his death, and people were freaking out. They were calling me. And
Oh my god.
She went on TikTok with blood on her face.
Oh, I do remember. Yes, I
Yeah.
remember this. Yes.
Here, watch this. Well, this was the short film that we made after this. We posted this. Everyone's like, "What happened? What happened? What happened?" And then we posted this. 48 hours later at like 7 a.m, and it got like 20,000 views like overnight on YouTube.
It's a nice feeling, right?
It was a really good, especially for Wickham, who's been a filmmaker his whole life, and he finally is getting people to watch his
It
work.
was his opportunity to go like do the whole thing within 48 hours or something. Yeah.
Hold up, look at the wait for the Learning to Lose shot.
Oh yeah.
Rudy's fucking ill, bro. Like, she's a real actress.
I've had an internet crush on Rudy for a little bit now.
Yeah, everyone. Yeah, she's the best. She's so cute.
Boom.
So this is like, so we want to do another short where like
That's sick,
Rudy,
dude.
Yeah, it's a whole. It's
So
20.
sick.
It's almost 30 minutes. It's a
Yeah.
whole. Like they're now getting home.
Yeah.
And I'm like dead, and Rudy's
Dude,
like didn't tell him. So they get home.
This is the kind of shit that I want to do, man.
Yeah, no, we're gonna do it. Yeah, that's what we want to do. Yeah.
That's
What I'm trying to do is like create, cinematic things.
Yeah.
Reality show that feels like a movie, but it's like not scripted, and I
Mhm.
want to make like movies and stuff like that, but like not like the Hollywood way. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of the stuff in that film is real. Like Rudy's newly sober. I'm playing myself. Veronica's playing herself. Oleg's playing himself. Danielle's playing herself. We're all just on a trip to Joshua Tree, and we're playing within in themes that are real. Like you would just be Skinny Vinny.
Yeah,
who's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
But like, what other things do you have issues with? We lean into that, and we sort of improv and we
That's sick.
yeah,
dude.
it's like kind of like improv taken to the next level.
Yeah,
with, like, movie
yeah.
cameras and then,
Sounds fun. I've always wanted to get into acting, even though I kind of feel like I'm a horrible actor, but
No,
I've never
but-
really.
Dude,
like,
this
no.
this kid needs to be in a fucking Rob Zombie movie. I tell
Hey,
him.
hey, Billy, will you run up there and tell them the lights just went out? I need to know what they just did to have the lights go out. Why did the lights just go out? You're not going to be acting.
just be
You're
myself.
Just gonna be yourself.
Yeah.
That's what you lean into that.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We're going to do a
Well,
lot
I can't
more
fucking
cool
wait
shit.
to work with you guys in the future. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it was awesome coming out here. And what I was gonna say is that this has kind of helped me come out of my funk that I've like been in for like a bit, and
Yeah,
have
you've
no
been in a
like
funk.
I have like had a direction, and it's just like it's always been like that after the holidays. I'm like, oh, now fucking what? But
Well, you know, what
Cool.
goes up must come down.
Always.
What goes down
Yeah.
must go
Fucking
up.
always.
Yin, yang. It's
Yeah.
all. It'll all work out.
Mhm.
As
Guys,
long as
Chaos
you
Ranch
stay-
is coming. I promise.
Chaos Ranch.
yeah, that's like
Yeah, so that's my idea that I have for a show that I want to try to get on Netflix. That's the whole reason why I'm buying a ranch in Texas. I want to turn it into like Fantasy Factory, Nitro Circus, like Viva La Bam, all in one, and also like try to throw the recovery aspect in it too somehow. And
Guys, it was great meeting you.
that's
meeting
that's
you,
the
Billy.
idea, and that's what I'm doing. I'm going for it, and it's gonna make me or break me, but I don't fucking care.
Yeah, well, maybe it doesn't need to break you.
No, it doesn't need. I
You
mean,
got the house, you got the land.
not yet.
Start chipping
Not
away.
yet.
Well, you'll get
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And then
yeah.
you'll chip. You just keep chipping away.
Yeah.
Like the one thing that I say is there's actually no such thing as failing.
Maybe we can get Learning to Lose involved with that.
Yeah, we will for sure.
Yeah, dude.
But there's no such thing as failing. What's the only thing that we do?
Learn.
No, you can't fail. It's it's just when did you give up? When did you stop trying?
right.
Eventually,
yeah.
you're just going to succeed.
Yeah.
Dude,
You
I'm a
just
firm believer
can't
in that.
stop.
Like, you just keep the dream alive. Is like what I like. Dude, things will happen as long as you don't fucking give up.
And
Like,
that's
if you-
where the learning to lose comes in, because there will be losses along
Yeah.
the way.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
But
Like,
eventually, as long as you just keep going, and the only way I think this can be achieved by a person, any person, whether it's Steve Jobs or Walt Disney or me or you, is if we love what we're doing.
Absolutely.
Because then it's not like
it's not a burden
we're
to like
just gonna
have to keep doing it. It's like, oh,
forever,
Yeah.
no matter what. And then
Yeah.
eventually,
you'll be able
Yeah.
to
It's gonna
make a living
start
off of it.
working.
But
Yeah.
for now, you just gotta keep grinding. Just fucking bust your ass.
yeah, but you know what? It's not even like it's grinding, but it's grinding on a level that would be impossible if you didn't love it.
Oh, dude, if I
Right?
didn't like doing this, I would have given up years and years and years ago
Yeah.
if I didn't fucking care.
And the other trick is to be able to pivot when you feel like you need to, and to be able to kind of like be like water, and like you're in the next phase. It's like the ranch, the next step, like, and then when you hit that, it's like having no expectations and just kind of like going with the flow, and you meet people, and it goes this way, and then
It's like right now, like I didn't like this is
You know
this
what
is
I'm
gonna
saying?
lead to
Yeah.
something right now. Like, well, like, I think like
Yeah, no, it
you know,
will, for
Yeah.
sure.
like I'm just kind of going. That's what I'm trying to do is go with the flow, and hopefully some cool shit will come from it. It will.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like there's.
This happened for a reason, like I said earlier.
Yeah, like a retreat out to the fucking Chaos Ranch with the house.
That's
and
what I'm saying, dude. A
make
fucking
an
oasis.
episode.
Dude.
If we make, I mean, if this you
To do
make an
some dumb
episode
shit.
there, and you guys, that would be so entertaining. I mean, there's a lot that's gonna happen because.
We have the LTL boys coming out.
Yeah,
we're gonna
like-
get fucking rowdy.
Because if we have the following, I mean, imagine going to a place like that where you're doing all those crazy stuff.
Yeah, it's
those
perfect.
crazy stunts and all that crazy shit. Like it just gets.
Well, and people
And
can
we're
gets
doing it
views.
sober, which is the best fucking part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, and if you weave a real narrative in between that,
Yeah.
like that's the candy,
Yeah.
the stunts, and then like we can provide like the story,
Yeah.
and the cinematic experience.
Bro.
You know, like it's like
Bro.
Well, that's our thing. We've been needing somebody to like.
That's what we've been fucking talking about. Like we have the fucking stunts, we have the ideas, we have the people that could be involved, like other like
It's just trying
high profile people that could come be involved.
Yeah.
But now we're just been trying to think of the actual narrative and story and like character development, you know.
Well, there's one thing also that like Gary Vee talks about a lot.
I love
about how,
Gary Vee.
like, you know, we do have a lot of time.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a lot can happen in a year.
Yeah.
2 years, 5 years from now,
Yeah.
we could just be like making films
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
And or not. Whatever God's plan is.
Or not, dude. Who knows? Couldn't call it.
That's actually the thing is like not being like, and that's literally what we were talking about in the Sermon on the Mount meeting as far as like not taking vows, like not being so attached to every single thing and every single result, and just kind of like navigating, trying to like use the divine inspiration to sort of like figure out what's next.
Yeah.
Also,
Makes
like
sure.
like looking at the opportunity where, like we were talking about earlier about how when I asked you about if Bill and Bob made AA in 2021, would it be anonymous? Like I feel like there's this like resurgence of fuck anonymity, like these sober influencers like you guys or Brittany. That's like happening right now, and like we're on the forefront of that.
Yeah.
And like we could really
believe that.
like
Well,
capitalize with learning to lose, and like skaters are getting sober.
Yes. And here's the thing is we don't need to disrespect the AA traditions because recovery, like life, the principles behind how we live our life, they don't need to be directly tied to AA all the time.
Yeah.
Although AA is how I treat my disease, like talking about, that's why this is a Sermon on the Mount meeting. It's not an AA meeting. It's a Learning to Lose Graceland House Sermon on the Mount meeting that's streaming live.
Yeah.
So we're not like, it's not an AA meeting because they don't want to like be like disrespecting the traditions of AA.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Well,
that's,
because it's
and
live,
I,
so it's not
I like
anonymous.
that, and I respect that.
yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, I was just saying, it's like, so it being live is kind of like, that's why you wouldn't want to be AA, because it's,
yeah, like, you know,
no, that's cool though. I'm just saying,
AA, the third tradition in AA is like, you know, or, you know, there's 3 reasons why there's 3 reasons for the not anonymity in AA. One was so that like there would be a level playing field because in the beginning it was like the Rockefellers and like these really rich white dudes, and like normal people would be like, I could never be like them.
Yeah.
I could never get sober. Like they're fucking millionaires and the last name meant so much back then. The second reason is because there weren't enough sober people to help all the alcoholics. There was like 20 people.
Yeah.
So if they were public, they would just be getting it would be too much.
Yeah.
And the third reason is press, radio, films. The third reason is if one person fucks up, it's going to give AA a bad name. So now there's so many sober people. It's not too small. The last name thing is out the window because just because your last name is Hopkins doesn't mean you're Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah.
There's just so many.
well, my
of
last
us.
name is Vic. Come on. I'm related to Michael Vick.
Right. And then the third reason, press,
Sorry.
radio, films, like if you're going to define AA based on one person's experience, that's pretty like naive.
So, yeah, for sure.
Considering how many people are sober. So I don't know that those reasons apply today in 2020, but I still would like to try to respect them.
Yeah.
Even though I haven't been like totally, I don't want to just completely be like extra flagrant.
Yeah.
So it's a recovery lifestyle, and Learning to Lose is a brand for people who want to like be vulnerable and honest and look inwardly and like.
Well, I think it does help. I've had a small handful of people on my social media. I'll give random updates, nothing big. I'm just like, yo, such and such day, sober, guys. And then I'll get a few people like, dude, that's sick. And then I'll have people message me like, you know, I'm trying to stay sober, or I'm sober as well, dude. That's fucking cool. I didn't know you were sober. Like, how you liking it? Like I've had people like, dude, I really want to get sober, and I'm like, I'm here to talk to you about it. Like if you need to, like ever, like it's like people. It's a whole different side that people like didn't even know, because I'm not making it like public like that. But I think I could help people. Like this dude's like, dude, I've been like suicidal and I relapsed, blah blah blah.
Dude,
and he comes
DMs
to
I get a day,
comes to me.
Dude, it keeps
and it must
me
be
going.
overwhelming for you.
It gets. At first, it was a little overwhelming because I was working in the sober living. I was constantly surrounded. I was helping the people in the sober living, and I barely had time for my own sobriety. And then when I like made my sobriety like really public, then I have all these people DMing me about them, and I'm just like, fuck, dude, like I need to stay on top of my shit so I could help these people. You know, if it's not like if I don't like treat my addiction and my alcoholism before everything else, before the filming, before everything, you know, then I lose everything, you know. So. But I'm super grateful for it, you know, like when I get DMs saying like, dude, if it wasn't for you, and you know.
Yeah, so something really special is happening in the recovery world, and it is becoming more, I mean, so many people need help.
Yeah.
And so we just need to just stay aware of like what our primary purpose is to help another alcoholic.
Yeah.
And not like let our ego and our selfishness overcome the thing. It's so funny how like we're here talking about recovery and like making our lives better, but like I'm in like fear of being judged for that.
Yeah. Well, that's why
we could be doing a podcast about like shooting dope or just like it's just so weird how it's like people are just they're like looking for something to be angry about.
Yeah.
How could you be mad about?
There's always going to be
people
those
trying to.
There's always going to be those people just looking for something to be fucking mad about, looking to talk shit.
Yeah, but that's why I kind of
right. Like I've had somebody comment, be like, "Wow, you're a quitter." like in a bad way. Like, yeah, I am a quitter. I quit drinking.
Well, you know, the thing about that is I feel like a lot of times people comment and they're not really that serious.
No, and
they're
they'll
just
comment
fucking around, but it's on your page, which means so much to you.
Yeah.
You take it.
Yeah.
Like that's just mostly what I get. And I just have to recognize that it's not, take it with a grain of salt. They're not like as mad as I think they are. They're not trying to like
trolling and like
they're just like fucking around. They're just throwing some shit.
And they're just trying to get a reaction from us.
So exactly, if you react how they want you to, it's just like
that's why I always react with such positive comebacks, and then they'll hit me back with be like, "Oh, dude, I was just kidding. I was just like, I didn't think you'd respond. You know,
I'm actually a fan. It's
yeah, like, I'm actually a fan.
Then why'd you go tell me? Why'd you tell me to kill myself? Like you just told me to, like
you just called me fat. Like, dude.
But you're a fan.
Yeah,
Thanks.
but you're.
Yeah, no, that actually happens to me a lot, like where people will be like, I didn't like you at all at first, and I was actually one of those people who was hating. And then it's my favorite message ever because it's literally the story of my life. And then they come back and they go, but I kept watching and now I like understand what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like
why do you are?
Why do the haters? I'll see somebody leave really hateful comments or messages, and then I'll go and check their profile, and it says follow back. So they're following me, and they have to keep like a check on like my stupid shit that they hate so much. But like, why are you following me? And they're private, so I can't go dig and try to get some shit on them.
Try to get some dirt on
I
them.
do that, but they're private, so they can talk shit.
All right, thanks guys.
All right,
Yeah, dude, thanks for having us.
Later.
Later.